Celsius Boltfire with Eternally Unprepared. We're getting back into the spooky slash cryptid videos today. So that's what we're going to be doing on stream for today. Next week, I'm probably going to try to do a daily dose of the internet stuff. So we'll see how that works out. Care Bear here did a lot of the leg lifting. Some of the videos that you grab Care Bear are like 3 hours long, so we're not technically going to sit through all of those, but we will go backwards and forwards to them. So I don't know what and all's going on in these videos other than they're cryptid and spookies. Care Bear's been looking them up for us, like I said a minute ago. Sorry I started an hour late. I was trying to get some stuff finished since I overslept. I'm starting my vacation today, so I'm off for an entire week. Yay. But yeah. That's about all I had to say today. I didn't have any updates or anything like that. Whew. Pardon me. Still tired. Yes. Fucking shit hit the fan at work today and yesterday, so it's definitely a needed vacation. All right, so let's get going. I want to say the first one that we're watching, like the channel, is the one of that guy that was really boring, but I might be wrong. I can't remember his thing. And I will be pausing intermittently just so everybody knows to, talk and things like that. Like, I'm not going to stop talking because it's playing, but if it's going to ruin a part or it needs explanation. But here we go. Okay, this is not the one I thought it was. Tell me if I need to adjust the volume. You can't hear it? Oh, right. I turned the browser source off. My bad. Here, we'll redo that. Make sure I got it on. Thank you for letting me know.
It has new sound, yeah.
That scared the piss out of me. I still haven't got that fixed yet. I'm not sure why it's not transferring over to my headphones. I know you guys can hear it. I just can't hear Scrungle or the Dicks thing or anything like that. I gotta see what happened, but I'll try to fix that now that I'm on vacation. Anyways, let's
From a 50-foot snake lunging at a helicopter in the Congo to a creepy creature caught on camera deep in rural Texas, and someone or something filmed crawling underneath a bridge like a real-life version of Spider-Man. These are unknown creatures caught.
Yeah, before I go on, sorry about that. When I'm starting up, sometimes I get too into it because if I'm having to fix something, I won't notice chat as easily, but I'll go back in a second, so just give me
on camera that no one can explain. What you're looking at here may not look like much at first glance. It's a snake.
Can't hear me talking. Let's start that back. How's it now, Care Bear?
No one
Is that better?
Explain. What you're looking at here may not look like much at first glance. It's a snake.
Can you hear me now over the video?
Well, the thing is, this is an aerial photograph taken way up in a helicopter. That snake is said to have been 50 feet long. Back in 1959, Colonel Remy van Leerde, an experienced Belgian World War II fighter pilot, was flying a helicopter over the Congo. As he's flying over the jungle in the Katanga region, he spots something moving down below.
Okay, so you guys can hear me now over the video.
Snake.
All right.
And it would have had to be for it to catch his eye way up in a chopper.
Then I was already flying for 25 years.
That looks like that's painted
on. I have
onto
a very good
it.
experience of measuring things. And I would say the snake I saw there was close to 50 foot.
The snake had green and brown scales and a head that was apparently 3 feet long and 2 feet wide. You could fit a grown.
Okay, so you still can't hear me, Care Bear? That's what I was just asking you. Let me listen to my own voice.
You could fit a grown.
Okay, so you still can't hear me, Care Bear? That's why I was
pretty
just
loud on
asking
my
you.
end.
Let me listen. Are you being quiet on purpose? I hear you okay. What?
Man in its mouth. And as he flew in closer, the snake rose up
What you
off
say
the
makes no
ground,
sense,
about
Care
10
Bear.
feet into the
I must
air,
set
like
you
he
on
was trying
fire
to
later.
strike at the chopper. Van Lierde circled around a few times so someone else on board could snap a photo of it. Of course, skeptics have their doubts, but he stuck to his story up until his
Hey, Care
death
Bear,
in
it looks like you got a
1990.
dick.
But what do you think he saw out there in the jungle? A new species, a leftover from the dinosaur age, or was the whole story a hoax? Let me know what you think in the comments. This next story takes us deep into the heart of Texas, a little rural spot called Dabina out in Fayette County.
Okay, let's see
Michael
what we're doing
Demmel
here now.
captured something really strange on a hunting camera on his property. He has a bunch of these cameras set up, using them to track wildlife like coyotes,
Wait, did we see this
bobcats, and
last time?
raccoons. These motion sensor cameras
No.
take about 100 pictures a day.
No, I've
And
seen that
Michael
picture,
goes
though,
through
in the
them
last
every
videos.
single day. He's been doing this for 10 years, so when he says
Oh, it is the
something
boring
looks
guy.
off, that's really saying something. Well, one night he captured whatever this thing was. He said he thought it was a monkey at first, and to be fair, in the blurry photo it kinda does look like one. Of course, that would still be very, very strange. There are no monkeys just running around in Texas unless one escaped from a zoo, and no, there were no monkey jailbreaks reported. So he shows the image to some friends, tries to get some
Okay.
answers.
I gotta say this. If you don't know about zoos, they lose animals all the time, and half of them don't get reported. Over here at the Knoxville Zoo, it's basically where I live at. We have a zoo that just loses big ass animals all fucking year round, like fucking gorillas, giraffes, shit like that. There was a lion like in 2016 that got out, and they don't report it on the news. You only hear about it you only hear about it on the news when someone finds the animal and starts calling the cops and then putting videos on the internet of it. Zoos are notorious for losing animals.
And the photo eventually hits the local news. Some say the thing looks a lot like a Chupacabra, the legendary cryptid that's been blamed for livestock
Yeah, it's
deaths
definitely
for
just
decades.
you, Care Bear.
Others think it has a bit of an alien or skinwalker kind of vibe. Now, the creature's about as big as a medium-sized dog, but the body shape, the face, totally off. Michael said, "In the 10 years I've been reviewing my cameras, I have never encountered anything like it." Even the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department got involved. They looked at the photo but ruled out any normal animal, saying it didn't look like a baby deer or anything they could easily identify. I
also want to point out that most states in the United States have no rules for rangers. So you could just be a high school dropout and still get a job as a ranger.
to imagine Spider-Man was real when I was a kid. Kinda always hoped I'd see him swinging around up there one day. Well, I would have been thrilled to see this next video. This footage was captured at the pedestrian bridge in Kiev. Not where you'd be expecting to spot the web slinger, but superheroes do get around. Now clearly this is a person crawling under the bridge, but even so, why? I mean, this is pretty dangerous. That water down below
doesn't
does
really
not
look like a
very
person.
deep. Unless this person has actual web slinging abilities, if they fall, they're getting hurt or worse. So who is this person? Is it just a thrill seeker? Are they out of their mind? Or is there a chance that this isn't even a person at all and that the camera person caught something otherworldly crawling under that bridge?
Dude, I
This
wouldn't
piece
say
of footage
that,
was uploaded to
but-
Reddit by user KeyProposal8529. Some sort of strange creature was peering out at them from the woods. They wrote, "Hello all, I live near the
you guys
Trail
see
of
anything
Tears
there?
in
'Cause
Missouri.
I didn't."
As I got home one night, I saw this thing in the woods by my house. From where it was standing, it has to be tall because there's a ditch right below where it stands. Any ideas? I'm terrified. Yes, I stayed in my car until I got the balls to run inside my house. Now, I have no idea what this thing could be. It's hard to make out, but if the Redditor is telling the truth here, then this is a pretty creepy piece of footage.
Nobody saw
they pass
anything?
by this area constantly. I mean, it's right outside their home.
I see a
They know
stick there.
something is out of place.
Like,
A
right-
user out in the Midwest
But
has been
that's it.
spotting a strange creature in their neighborhood. First, they posted these images along with a caption reading, "These are photos taken in the Midwest from an iPhone at night. The cryptid in question randomly appears in the same spot. Once a person begins to approach, it will vanish." It was seen again a few weeks ago and moved at an incredible speed across a few backyards. A local dog will bark at the spot.
I'm not
but it
really
appears
seeing
it,
anything
even
there
when
either.
It's not there.
I
Trail
see a
cams will
person
be
there.
set up soon. Please give me some ideas as to what
Like an
it
old
could
man
be.
with a
The Redditor
really long
also
beard.
posted an update with a video attached. This time, we can
What'd you
supposedly
see? Because I
hear
didn't see
whatever
anything
this
in that last
strange
video.
creature
Just a
is.
stick.
They wrote in the description, "We've got
Yeah, I
a
didn't see
video of
anything
the
behind
cryptid
that
making
stick,
what
though.
sounds
That's
like
the
a
problem.
scream. My friend was trying to find where it was standing, but couldn't see it. Once the video ended,
Here, hold up one second. I want to go back there to that.
piece of footage, because they pass by this area constantly. I mean, it's right out.
See, there's nothing there. Nope, nothing. I don't know what that is. Oh well.
My friend was trying to find where it was standing, but couldn't see it. Once the video ended,
No, I
it
think that's
appeared
just a guy who
again
got
in his
out of the
yard,
nursing home or
vanished
some shit
as
like
he
that.
went to get his phone again. This video was uploaded to YouTube by Paranormal Planet, who'd been exploring an ice cave in Hallstatt,
I thought that was
Austria.
slime for a
Most of the
second.
video is pretty standard touristy type footage of the cave until we get to the end and see whatever this is. That is a pretty freaky looking creature. Now, my first thought was like, I don't know, maybe it's a frog or something, but according to the
person.
uploader, this thing was the size of a large man, and they were also standing far enough away that they
That's called
wouldn't have picked
CG.
it up
Look at
in
how
this
it's
kind of
moving.
detail if it was something as small as a frog. So if that's to be believed, then this is a pretty strange piece of footage. And honestly, the more I do look at it, the less frog-like this thing really looks. I mean, frogs don't
it
really
doesn't look frog
articulate
at all.
like this. And they don't usually chill in ice caves either. And the way it bends its limbs almost looks like how a human would climb, except it's way too long and spindly to be a person. So I don't know what this is. Let me know your thoughts down below. This next video was posted to
How the hell
Facebook
does that
by a
look
man
like a
named
frog?
Clay Shiner. He was filming the woods one evening because he spotted
Now what the
something
hell is
moving
that?
just behind the tree line. Turns out it was not a bear. The thing that really struck me about this video is how long this thing's arms are. At first it just looks like, you know, a typical formless black.
Like all this guy's footage that he gets put on the videos are all completely grainy. Like, and it's so hard to find any of the stuff that he's posting right now. It's believable. It's like he's purposely trying to find shit that looks fake.
Black shape hiding in the trees like so many Sasquatch videos you see. But when it steps forward a bit and stretches its arms out to the sides, it's like, damn, those are long, very ape-like.
We're in the digital
very
age.
creepy.
Cameras
One
don't
user,
look this
Jason
bad.
Gunman, posted this image with the caption, "Over a year ago, this picture was taken by a trail cam back on my property. This version has been lightened. It's something holding a dead coyote
couldn't really
by
tell.
the throat, and it stands
could've just
about
been something
7.5 to 8
superimposed.
feet tall." He also posted an
That's one of the reasons
unedited
why I'm
version
talking
of
about the
image.
grainy
He
footage.
said he based the
It's easy
thing's
to
height off of
superimpose
where
over
its
that.
eyes are compared to his cabin. Now, this thing is hard to make out, but there's definitely something there. Could it be a bear standing on its hind legs? Possibly. But the way it's holding its prey, it looks almost humanoid. But I don't know, maybe that's just my wishful thinking. I wholeheartedly
I think
want
it's got a
Bigfoot
puppet
to
in
be
its
real.
hands. Look
Uploaded
at
to
it.
the YouTube channel Hola Bible in 2011, this video really creeped a lot of people out. The uploader said he'd been hearing some strange sounds coming from the forest behind his home in Oregon. Keep in mind, he lived 6 miles from the nearest city. He went out to investigate with a night vision camera. Well, he didn't get very far before he came across the source of these strange noises. Crouching in some brush was some sort of odd-looking, hairless creature. He zooms into the
That's
thing
what
a
I
bit,
was just
trying to
thinking,
make
Care
out
Bear. I
what the
might
hell it is.
tell you to avoid his
Then
stuff.
this happens. So it looks like Gollum was lurking around this guy's woods, or an alien, or a rake. It looks like a lot of things, all of them creepy, none of which you'd want
I
to
remember this
skulking
guy.
around in your backyard. I Just
The
hope this
channel
dude
was really
moved.
good at
And
one
finally,
point,
I
but
have
he was
another
like the
piece
low
of
point
Bigfoot
on it. It
footage
looks
for
like
you. This
nobody
video
else is
comes
on
out
that
of
channel
Russia,
anymore.
And in it, we see some folks filming some woods near their property. They'd spotted something sprinting through the trees, and what they see is pretty shocking. What's really cool about this video is how the thing moves.
'Cause there used to be,
how
like,
many
two British
supposed
hosts
Bigfoot
that
videos
did
do you
this,
see
and they were
where it's
pretty
just this
decent.
figure like lumbering through the trees?
And this guy was
a
just, like,
dude
the
in a
shitty one on
costume,
the
unsure
channel.
of their footing. You kind of see them trying to keep their balance. Well, that is not the case here. This thing is sprinting at high speed and leaping across the ground as if it's an
wouldn't call that
animal
high
that is
speed.
very familiar with its environment. That's why this has become such a well-known clip in the Sasquatch community, which
I know it's slowed
I'm not a part
down,
of,
but I
my
still would
interest
not call
is
that
still
high
very much
speed.
there. All that said, I've been your host, James. I'll catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next video.
No, thank you, bud. We're good. Yeah. So I guess let's just try to avoid this channel from this point on, because that guy's boring, man. He doesn't even try to like put any showmanship on. Let's see. Where are we at now? Sorry, I gotta find the next video, guys. All right, moderators. Okay, so this is. Oh yeah, I think this one was pretty decent. 50 million views videos channel you got. Let's grab that. I gotta grab that one name.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damn!
Damn. Oh,
I kind of want to watch this
Hey,
commercial
language.
because it's so
Damper
cheesy.
traps excess moisture to eliminate.
Oh well, fuck it. Let me
What
grab
lurks
that
beneath the waves
suggestion that
and what
Serenity
makes
made.
the depths of oceans the horror they are. Over the years, cameras have captured some of the most spine-chilling and jaw-dropping
Okay, for
moments.
some reason
that
I can't
may
go
answer
back up in
all
my
these
fucking
questions.
chat.
So hang on for the most terrifying deep-sea discoveries that shocked the whole world. A group of friends was out fishing, enjoying the
Serenity. Could you give me that channel name one more time? For some reason, I can't like scroll back up in my chat. It's just the text won't let me for some reason.
calm sea when suddenly something totally unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, a thresher shark appeared and smacked their boat with full force. After that wild hit, it quickly darted away back into the depths. Was it chasing something, or was it just annoyed by their presence? Whatever it was, the friends were left completely stunned, trying to figure out what just happened.
They probably
One
had
thing's
like
for sure,
sonar
they
on
won't
for
forget
trawling,
that fishing trip anytime soon.
or not trawling, but whatever they call it, fish. It's a fishing term. I can't think of it.
isopod.
Because
A
sonar
group
can
of
piss off
experts
the
excited
local
to observe marine
ecology.
life set up a camera deep in the sea. They were expecting to see some pretty standard footage, but what they caught, well, it wasn't exactly
this isn't
what they had
cryptid
in
stuff,
mind.
guys.
Two sharks
Just
were
heads
swimming
up.
peacefully, unaware that this was their last swim together. Out of nowhere, a giant isopod appeared, clamped its jaws around one of the sharks, and dragged it away like a snack. The other shark didn't stand a
Isopod?
chance to help. The experts were left speechless, amazed by the sheer strength of this unexpected
fuck is an
predator.
isopod?
Sea life really does have some
it a-
surprises
is
up
that a
its
squid?
sleeve. Great white. In 2015, Johan
Is that an
Potgieter, a South
arthropod?
African
I can't
spearfisher,
remember.
had a terrifying close encounter with a great white shark off the coast of South Africa. While diving, he noticed the massive shark circling nearby, coming
32 minutes.
dangerously close.
Okay, we'll
Using
shave
quick
this down to
thinking,
like 10
Johan
minutes and then
grabbed his
swap
spear
up.
to defend himself. The shark hesitated for a moment, but then retreated. Johan managed to stay calm, and the intense moment was captured on his GoPro. The footage
Oh, yeah.
quickly went viral and earned a spot in the GoPro Awards. How one split-second decision can make all the difference when facing a predator like the great white.
Yeah, people like to say that great whites will leave you alone if you leave them alone. That's definitely not true. They are territorial. If you're in their area, there is a good chance you're getting attacked by one. So, leave them the fuck alone.
Shark and turtle. This YouTuber was just trying to enjoy a calm kayaking session in Australia, floating peacefully on the water. But suddenly,
Kayaking? He's
he
on a
noticed a
surfboard.
tiger shark swimming nearby, calmly at first. Then, out of nowhere, a sea turtle appeared, and the shark lunged at it. Without thinking, the man paddled over to help the turtle.
Well,
but the
ocean
shark
monsters can
wasn't
be
too happy about that.
different things.
It got angry.
I'm not
and bit into
disappointed
his
in this
kayak.
video, though.
The man was thrown into the water, but luckily, the shark swam off, and he managed to get back in the kayak. Just another day in the life of a YouTuber, right?
When I said 10 minutes, I mean I'm trying to keep the videos changing up so they're not the same thing. So like we'll come back to it later, but we'll do 10 minutes now and then later.
Position right here. Oh, I'm between the tiger and the turtle.
Extinct being. Sending a submarine to explore the deep sea sounds exciting, right? But no one prepared for this twist. A group of experts deployed a submarine near an oil rig, hoping to uncover signs of the megalodon. But instead of a meg, they captured something even more shocking. A mosasaurus.
They think they're gonna find a
Yes, you heard that
megalodon.
right. This supposedly extinct giant was gracefully swimming in the depths. The experts were stunned, questioning how such a creature could still exist. It seemed as though this massive being had
don't
been
think that's
surviving in the
accurate
untouched
or true.
depths for centuries. If this can be found in the 5% we've explored, what secrets does the remaining 95% hold? Necro crab. A group of divers
Oh, great.
exploring the deep sea
Now we
had
got a
no
necromancer
idea
down at the
what was
ocean
about
floor.
to crawl their way. As they were investigating a dark, eerie trench, something unusual caught their eye. A crab. Well, it looked like it, but something was off. It was the necro crab. This creature was believed to be an ancient species, long thought to be extinct. Its body was covered in eerie, skeletal remains, giving it a terrifying appearance. The legs were jagged, almost like bone fragments.
I don't think
the
they found
divers
something
quickly
like that.
backed away, not wanting to be the next snack for a crab who seemed to have made an unsettling deal with the deep sea. Giant squid.
They all look far too different to be.
A group of fishermen
be,
in Brazil
like
was out
an
in the
actual
ocean doing their
species.
regular work when they noticed something massive moving toward their boat. As it got closer, they were stunned. It was a huge squid, far larger than
colossal
anything
squid?
they had ever seen before. When they tried to grab it, they realized it wasn't alive. The sheer size of it left them in shock, and the mystery of how it lost its life remains unsolved. It was a day they'd never forget. Unexpected encounter. This diver thought it would be just another thrilling underwater adventure. but the
Colossal
ocean
squids
had
do
other
exist.
plans. While exploring the deep sea, he found himself encircled by a group of stingrays, their graceful movements eerily close.
Well,
Heart pounding, he managed to keep
there's-
his cool and
that crabs
skillfully
actually,
escaped
like,
back
grow
to
a
the boat.
carapace.
Though he returned safely,
So
the
that wouldn't have
encounter
been
left him
something it
wondering if
found.
the ocean was testing his bravery or his boundaries. Megalodon. A man was traveling on a
Kobe.
ship, enjoying the calm sea and the nice view.
Oh, that's too bad
Suddenly,
to hear,
a
man.
huge fin popped up in the water. The man was shocked and realized it couldn't be just
go
any
crazy if I
shark.
didn't have
It
a
was
good connection.
huge, much bigger than normal sharks. It had to be the megalodon, thought to be extinct. The man stared as the
There's
fin
no way
slowly
the
sank
megalodon
back
exists
into the
in this
water.
day and
It
age.
never
We
fully
would have
appeared
already
again.
found
The
it.
mystery remained. Was the
They're so
megalodon
fucking
still hiding in the
huge.
deep ocean, waiting to be found? Dog versus octopus. This man was enjoying
Nah.
a peaceful morning walk on the
He got
beach with his
squirted.
dog. The sun was rising, the waves were calm, and everything seemed perfect. But then, out of nowhere, he spotted a tiny octopus. It looked strange, and his dog, curious as always, trotted closer to get a better look. Suddenly, the octopus, clearly annoyed, spat a splash of water from its mouth. Now that's not something they usually do. Both man and dog stood there, completely confused.
They will, whatever
watching
something's
as the
threatening
octopus
them.
slowly sank back into the water. The day definitely just got a lot weirder.
That's fine, Kobe. You have a good day.
Rare
Thanks for
eel.
stopping by.
Oh my god. Look at that. Wow.
Goodness.
The gulper eel, also known as the pelican eel, is one of the deep sea's most
Oh, no.
fascinating creatures. It has an incredible ability to inflate its mouth like a balloon, allowing it to gulp down prey much larger than its head. A
That's creepy as
mesmerizing
shit.
sight was captured by the Nautilus team
I've-
during an underwater
I'm going to say right now that this is not real. Like, the gulper eel might be real. This image is not, though. Because look at how it just fit, or look at how, like, the circle around it is it's more of a two-dimensional, like, flat image pasted on a background here. This doesn't feel 3D at all, which it would be 3D if it was a regular video.
expedition, where the gulper eel was observed stretching
Yeah,
its
see, they're
jaws
just
wide
moving.
to engulf a large meal. With its
Yeah, that's not
elongated
real at
body
all.
and enormous balloon-like mouth, this eel seems like a creature straight out of a science fiction story. It uses this unique
See, just
feeding
look how
technique to survive
unnatural
in the deep. Was captured by the Nautilus.
Look at how... Oh, shit. Damn it. I went too far.
The gulper eel,
Just look at
also
how
known as the
unnatural it
pelican
is
eel,
while it's
is one of
turning
the
around.
deep sea's most fascinating creatures.
It doesn't
has
look
an
like it's
incredible
actually
ability to
turning.
inflate its mouth like a balloon, allowing it to gulp down prey
Right about
much
now,
larger
I
than
think
its
it's gonna
head.
start
A
up.
mesmerizing sight was captured by the Nautilus team during an underwater expedition,
No,
where
they
the
didn't
gulper
catch
eel
that.
was observed stretching its jaws wide
See,
to
look at
engulf a
it.
large meal. With its elongated body and enormous balloon-like mouth, this eel seems like a creature.
I'll tell you exactly what it looks like. You know that little meme that was going around about the pugs that were dancing on screen? That's what that shit looks like. It was just a superimposed image or GIF, basically.
Straight out of a science fiction story. It uses this unique feeding technique to survive in the deep ocean, where food can be scarce. The deep sea never stops surprising us.
Some kind of
What?
whoa! It just
Yeah,
got so
that's
big.
not real.
Hammerhead versus blacktip.
Look. The black tip was biting his fish.
See, now if you watch this right here, you see how it's moving
A
around?
group
It
of
looks
friends
like it's
set out on
actually
their
moving
boat
in the
for
background.
a peaceful fishing trip, hoping to catch something big. Suddenly, they spotted splashes in the water and realized it was a fight between a blacktip shark and a hammerhead shark. At first, the blacktip was defending itself, but after a long struggle, it fought back fiercely. This forced the hammerhead to back off. Both sharks suffered some damage, but in the end, the blacktip emerged as the winner. What a wild day for these friends. Definitely not the average fishing trip.
Arby's roast beef sandwiches, now 4 for $10.
All right.
This is a metal roof.
Come
And
on.
this is a metal roof. And you guessed it.
Oh, I got him! He's getting him. He's going after him.
Fish thief.
Uh-oh.
A diver was deep in the ocean, struggling to catch a fish. After a long battle, he finally managed to hook one. He was feeling triumphant, bringing the fish towards him. But out of nowhere, a massive Goliath grouper appeared in the blink of an eye, snatching the fish right out of his spear. The diver was left stunned and confused, unable to process what had just happened. He returned
Brothers.
disappointed. His victory turned into an unexpected loss.
Aren't those things poisonous?
Giant shark.
I
This
might be wrong
fisherman
about
stood
that.
by the shore, calmly checking the weather before heading out to fish. Little did he know, nature had other plans. Out of nowhere, a giant shark appeared, slamming full speed into a nearby wooden lifeguard tower. One look at its massive fin, and he knew this wasn't an ordinary shark. It was a megalodon. The creature vanished back into the
Still
deep.
damn
but
megalodon. Oh, sorry. My headphones will pause
not
the
before
video
completely
for some reason.
derailing
They've
his
got
plans.
a
Suddenly,
feature.
fishing didn't seem like the best idea anymore. Goblin shark.
It's not no damn megalodon. There's no
looks like
such
a
thing as a
monster. That's how it got
megalodon
its name.
anymore.
It has the ability to distend its jaw way out in front of its body
and then snap it back to catch food.
A diver was exploring the deep ocean when he saw something terrifying. A goblin shark. This shark looked like something straight out of a nightmare.
That's what I was catching and going fishing.
Its long, pointy snout and pale, almost ghostly body gave it an eerie appearance. But what was even scarier was its jaw. The goblin shark's jaw isn't like other sharks. It can extend forward in an instant, like a snake striking. This strange feature helps it snatch prey quickly, almost too fast for the human eye to follow. It looked almost alien, like something from the depths of horror. The diver slowly backed away, terrified by the speed and the horrifying appearance of this deep-sea monster. Uninvited guest. An 8-year-old boy was exploring the crystal-clear waters off the coast of the Bahamas when something unexpected happened. As he swam peacefully, a shark suddenly appeared out of nowhere, lurking in the depths not far from him. Realizing the danger, the boy quickly turned around and started swimming back to safety. The shark, still close behind, didn't immediately strike, but it was clear the boy was in peril. With quick thinking and determination, he managed to fend off the shark and swam as fast as he could to reach a nearby boat. Just how unpredictable the ocean can be.
Yeah, no
Tug
shit.
of war.
Is that it?
A group of fishermen were pulling up their catches when suddenly something huge grabbed their last fish. It was a giant, colossal squid. It yanked the fish down, not to save it, but to feast on it. For a long time, the squid pulled, its strength unmatched. The fishermen tried everything, using sticks to push it away, but the squid didn't let go. Eventually, it had to give up and slowly retreated back into the deep sea. The fishermen were stunned by the squid's massive size. They had never seen anything like it before. It made them wonder, how many more giants are lurking in the depths of the ocean?
Yeah, bring a gun next time.
Careless diver. In August 2015, a scuba diver had a terrifying encounter with a great white shark off the coast of South Africa.
The ocean.
The diver, who was irresponsibly trying to touch the shark, caught the animal's attention. At first, the shark swam away, but it came back for another look, seemingly giving the diver a warning. It lunged, and in a split second, it looked as though it might bite. Fortunately, the diver managed to push the shark away and avoid injury. Roxanne Zunkel, an experienced scuba instructor who witnessed the incident, explained that the shark wasn't attacking. Instead, it was likely trying to warn the diver to back off. Sharks are not mindless attackers. They're predators that deserve our caution and respect, especially in their own habitat. Giant arm. Ever planned a relaxing day by the sea, only to stumble upon something straight out of a sci-fi movie? In Norway, a tourist enjoying the serene sea view spotted something unusual in the water. Curious, he went closer and found a giant crab arm so massive it could have belonged to a crab the size of a small boat. The sight left him in shock, raising endless questions.
That's crazy.
Where was the rest of the crab? And how did this enormous arm end up here? A discovery like this turns a calm day into an unforgettable mystery. Giant mystery.
Because I didn't see any like flaws in that one. Like
questions. Where was the rest?
Like you can generally tell if something's put in because it won't mesh with the background properly. This looks 3D the way it's set. And you can see parts that are touching between here and these rocks, so it's kind of hard to tell. So it doesn't look like it was edited. It could have been, but I can't spot the differences in it. Okay, now we'll go over here and grab the next video.
The change in speed was amazing.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you guys would start offering that in my area. Because fuck Comcast. Alright, which one was this?
What is a cryptid?
By the way, before we go on, this was 50 million videos or 50M videos. Woo, sorry, I can't stop yawning. Which is a weird name to name your channel, considering when he created that channel, called it 50 million videos, but he probably only had one video on at the time. But yeah, go check him out. He seems to be pretty good with what he's finding, putting it together. We did watch one video of his last week, and I can't remember what it was, but it's one of the spooky videos. And this guy is all about nature. Let's see what he has.
Many of you may already be familiar with the term, but for those who aren't, a cryptid is an animal whose existence is unproven or disputed by mainstream science. Some cryptids are animals that we assume went extinct millions of years ago, but that some think are still out there, like Megalodon lurking in the ocean's depths, or sauropods hiding in the Congo. Others are based on animals that disappeared more recently, like the famous thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian tiger. It's believed to have gone extinct in the 1930s.
God damn, look at that fucking jaw.
And despite the lack of concrete evidence that has surfaced since
That's
then,
nightmare fuel.
many believe
That doesn't
it's
belong
still
in
out there,
nature.
hidden from view. There are many cryptids that have entered mainstream culture, like the Yeti, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, the Chupacabra,
I don't know why
and
I'm
the
tired
Thunderbird.
right now. I slept till 5.
Each of these creatures has stories that go back generations, and in some cases, thousands of years. While science rightly demands evidence, history shows that some animals which were once dismissed as legends are now accepted as reality. In this video, we're looking at 10 species that were once thought to be nothing more than tall tales, until scientists were presented with undeniable evidence that they were, in fact, real.
I mean, that's just generally how science is.
For
Without
centuries,
evidence, no one's going to believe it.
Stories of large, undiscovered apes in remote forests. Yet not long ago, even the gorilla
that was a dude
treated
in a
as
gorilla
myth.
suit.
The word gorilla first appeared around 500 BCE in an account by Hanno the Navigator, who claimed to capture strange beings along the West African coast that locals called gorillae. Most historians believe that he actually encountered a group of humans, not an unknown ape species, but the name gorillae would resurface centuries later. Over the
That's
next
what I thought when I met
2,000
UK
years of
Bear.
human history,
Gorilla.
there are few outside references to large apes living in Africa. But that changed when an English traveler named Andrew Battelle was taken to the kingdom of Loango in what is now Angola and the Republic of Congo. He published his account in 1625, describing an animal that he called the pongo. Battelle wrote, "This pongo is in all proportion like a man, but he is more like a giant in stature than a man. For he is very tall and hath a man's face, hollow-eyed, with long hair upon his brows. His face and ears are without hair, and his hands also. His body is full of hair, but not very thick, and it is a dunnish color." As natural history developed into a more formal scientific discipline in Europe, many continued to dismiss such reports of African apes as mythical or exaggerated. Well into the 18th and 19th centuries, missionaries, traders, and explorers continued to describe encounters with large apes in Central Africa, but their claims were often met with ridicule. But that began to change in 1847, when some bones and a skull from Gabon were studied and scientifically described as Troglodytes gorilla, borrowing the name from Hanno the Navigator's account.
I gotta hit the restroom real quick, so
Now
I'm
the
gonna let
name
this
stuck,
continue to run.
and it seemed that the stories of large apes in the forests of Africa might be true. Not everyone was quite willing to accept it yet. Preserved specimens began to arrive in Europe around this time, and public reaction was a mix of horror and fascination. The gorilla remained a subject of both scientific debate and tabloid obsession until the late 19th century, and it wasn't until well into the 20th century that their public image began to shift from that of a savage brute to that of a complex and intelligent species. The jungles of Central Africa are home to an animal so rare and so elusive that even the people who share its habitat rarely encounter it. But the story of how the okapi came to be known to the wider world is one full of skepticism and mystery. The first European account came in 1804 when John Barrow published a book on his travels in South Africa. He wrote that local bushmen had assured him that a single horned animal lived in the area. Convinced he was on the trail of a real-life unicorn, Barrow claimed to see cave drawings of horned horses and recorded second-hand sightings of strange horse-like animals. But many doubted his belief that unicorns could be real. Nearly a century later, in 1890, the explorer Henry Morton Stanley heard of a similar animal from the Mbuti people in the Congo. These accounts caught the interest of British colonial officer Harry Johnston. When he questioned local people, they confidently described an animal that they called Oapi or Ati. It was said to eat leaves, dwell deep in the forest,
that's what I'm thinking.
and have stripes on its hind quarters.
I think
Johnston was
we'll
intrigued.
probably go ahead and shelf this guy. Because it's kind of boring the crap out of me, to be honest with you. We're going to swap back to check out some Bizarre Bub for a minute. Let's see. No new videos yet.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside. A PC so ahead of its time.
In the following video, a young boy falls asleep on the couch after watching TV by himself. The boy's father, known as Oscar Nunes, had no idea that his son was out in the living room during this time. But Oscar isn't surprised by this, given that his son occasionally sneaks out of his room to watch TV while everyone else is asleep.
Care Bear.
But tonight, on December 1st of 2019, his son quickly realizes that maybe it's best if he didn't stay up past his bedtime. Now, before showing this clip, it's worth mentioning that recently, strange things have been happening to this family. On
Just
one
out of
occasion,
curiosity,
the
Care
family
Bear,
had
you
come
are
home late
watching
at
like
night
at least a
and saw
video out
this,
of those
an
you're picking up,
infestation of
right?
flies, most of which were surrounding the house. But the strangest part about this is that not a single fly was inside the trash bin that was right next to their home. Understandably, Oscar's family was thoroughly unsettled. Going back to this video, the family believes that it may have some connection to the fly incident. The son is dead asleep when this is captured.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like that sound is actually happening. Okay, I didn't see anything down the hallway, but I didn't actually look.
Upon
They
checking
must
the
have added
cameras,
that sound
Oscar
in.
saw
It must have
this,
not-
a figure standing in the hallway, but no one else was awake during this time. It's 3 in the morning and something appears in the dark. They, or
kinda
it,
see
just
something
stands there
there.
without moving an inch. But it doesn't go unnoticed by Oscar's son, who before this was moving erratically on the couch. But creepiest of all is that the figure somehow vanishes into nothingness. The hallway is now empty compared to before.
I mean, it still
Oscar
seems to
was
be
surely
there.
creeped out by this footage, and like his family, he believes that this incident had something to do with the fly incident
You
that
don't have to
occurred
watch it
recently.
that long.
Paranormal
Usually
or
a
not,
video
these
is enough to
occurrences are
tell
pretty
you.
creepy. But until further updates are given, we'll have to speculate for now as to what exactly is going on with Oscar's home. On February 7th of 2023, footage from a security camera was shared by Nicole White, who to this day has no idea what was captured. Nicole explains that the video was recorded when her brother and sister were setting up a surveillance camera inside her house. It was a gift for Nicole and her family, including her own brother, who was living with her at this time. But this may be the reason why the following happened. Nicole believes that her brother's collection of archaeological artifacts, like fossils and arrowheads, were all either cursed or haunted. Because she lived under the same
Why
roof
did they
as
got a
him,
corpse
she
in
no
their
doubt
house?
believes that what was captured had some connection to those artifacts.
Look,
now in
what-
the video, Nicole's sister is
Is
using
that-
their
is
brother
that a
as a
human
point of
body
reference for
part
the
or
camera
like a human
when this
head?
is captured.
Or is that a toy? I saw that, but
It's no wonder why Nicole was terrified upon seeing this. Looking closely, a creepy, goat-like apparition appears over her brother's shoulder. It's there momentarily before vanishing out of sight. Now, whether sharing the resemblance of a goat or not, there's no denying that a distinct outline of some figure is seen. But according to Nicole, if you look closely, you can make out a pair of
they
horns
said
and
artifacts,
nails.
so
this might be the reason why she
it may
compares
have
it to
been
the Goat Man,
a
an
mummified
urban legend
head
about a creature who's both human and goat. While she isn't saying that it's the Goat Man itself, she is claiming that it's supernatural and believes that her brother's collection of artifacts is the reason for its presence. But of course, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Was a ghost caught on camera or not?
I couldn't really
It's
fully
late at
make
night
out what
when a
that.
single
Whenever
mother known as Brandy Nettleton records.
Whenever it's like too dark, the monitor that I'm using is pretty dark itself, and I can't get any higher contrast on it. So sometimes I can't exactly tell what's on the screen.
Her son's bedroom, she was hearing noises coming from inside. However, her son wasn't home at the time of this recording.
Okay, my son is gone. He's not home. He's at a party. Yeah, I know. I don't care. I just got woken up. My daughter's home, but my son's not home. My son is the only one that lives upstairs. The only one upstairs. All night since he's been gone, I keep hearing like the door close. Like it'll just shut, but...
Now the audio cuts off during this time. This is something that often happens throughout the video, which although strange, does add to the creepiness of the footage. But things would only get creepier from here on out. Brandy's already freaked out by the noises she apparently heard, but little does she know that she would end up capturing the following on video. Moments after the audio cuts, this happens.
Sorry. So anyway, my son's not home, but I keep hearing the door shut. But there's nobody up there. There's nobody up there. I'm gonna see if I could try to... And let me take you guys... I'll take you guys up there and show you there's nobody up there. But let's see if we can catch it.
That's a dog.
Bro, my eyes are watering. This is scaring me. Hold on. Oh my god, as soon as I stopped it, I heard it.
I hear shit. I hear her clicking on the wood next to her.
I know you guys heard that. I hope I caught that.
Yeah, it's your fingernail touching the wood. Yeah, again. Now that's a bag.
Did you hear it? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna turn. Look, nobody's up here. Oh my god. Look at his door is closed. Oh my god. Nope. I gotta tell my daughter, boo-boo. Oh my god. There's water in my eyes. Oh my god. Why does it sound like... And I recorded it. It sounds like somebody's in your brother's room. And I went up there to show that the door was closed. Tell me why his door opened when I went up there. I swear. I ran down here by myself. I'm recording it.
Yep. You could hear it when she was
Come up there with me.
Tapping.
To show them nobody's here. Oh my god. That made my eyes water, you guys. I showed it on camera. My son is not home. I'm not going to stop the recording.
Why you got to keep talking about your eyes watering?
I know, I ran down here.
Oh, that looks so fake.
I ran down here
That
so
sounds
fast.
so fake. That's scary.
Oh my god, that scared me. And it sounds like somebody's walking around up there, and I got it on recording, yes. Look at, his door's moving. Okay, we're gonna go up there, and I'm gonna show you guys nobody is in his room. He is not here. Turn your flashlight on.
Well, except for when he probably left while you were running away.
Oh my god. Hurry up and come up here so you can point it to show nobody's in the room. Look. Look. Nobody's in here. Nobody.
Look, even Pixie.
You guys literally, you seen that in real time with me. Oh my god.
There's kind of a lot of junk in the room that people could be hiding behind, but yeah, you know.
I told you guys. And there's been that mimic. And my daughter has heard it when I'm not here. It says my name, or it says her name in my voice when I'm not here. And it says my name in her voice when I'm not here. Or when she's not here. And now that's happening. Look at my dog. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not coming under this side of the house no more. Oh my God.
In a panic frenzy, Brandy and her daughter run down the stairs to get away from what just happened. Now, there are two things worth pointing out about this clip. The first being that Brandy shuts the door after checking inside. We can hear the door clicking and latching into place after she closes it, but somehow
it's obviously
it opens
still
up as we just saw.
No.
To Brandy, this was a key indication that it wasn't a draft or an uneven door frame that was causing its movement. However, it's the second detail that makes this whole encounter even more creepy.
Take 40% off fall florals at Hobby Lobby.
Fucking fall sales creepy as shit, dude.
Floral arrangement.
Only a day or two after this incident, Brandy's dog was acting strange. Pixie, the dog's name, would stare at the ceiling and start acting up out of nowhere. Keep in mind, though, that the room you're seeing is below the floor on which the son's bedroom is at.
Fan is off, and he's hearing something.
He sees the fucking picture on the light. He's trying to get that. He doesn't give a shit about what's up there. He wants
hear
that
something,
light.
Papa?
Pixie's strange behavior is nothing new. It's been happening ever since Brandy's sister moved out of the house. Her sister, according to Brandy, is the reason for these unusual happenings. She believes that her sister had brought something into the house after using a Ouija board before she left. But of course, I'll let you be the judge on that. There's been a few updates on Brandy's page since making this video, which you can check out in case you're interested. But for now, as it seems, this video remains a mystery. It's nighttime somewhere in Argentina when a family gets together for dinner. As all members finish up their meal, one relative begins to record, but as he pans the camera around the room, he captures this.
Huh.
There appears to be someone by the poolside just watching the family from a distance. However, they don't appear to be moving. While it might be that a guest was enjoying their evening by the pool, given that this dinner was taking place at a hotel, something about them seems strange.
No, that's not human looking.
Still, and seems like their mouth is the only part that's moving. The person recording this immediately stopped filming upon noticing this unusual behavior. Its pale complexion was already enough to spook them. To this day, the relative who took this has no idea who or what was outside the hotel room that they were eating at. Now, this next video comes from a mother known as Stephanie Johnson, who was doing a live stream with one of her kids when something happened that forced her to end the live feed at once. The incident had completely taken Stephanie by surprise, but not as much as her daughter, who was terribly shaken up by what happened. The two had been doing a live stream inside their house when no one else was home. It was just Stephanie and her child alone at home, letting viewers know that they'll be taking a 5-minute break from the live stream when this is captured.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're gonna be back in 5 minutes. What are you scared of? All right, before you go, say Happy New Year.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared.
Of what?
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. Of my own life.
My ghost.
There's not a ghost, you
What the hell did that
Did you hear
mean?
that? She said she's afraid of the ghost. Where's the ghost?
Ghost.
Where is it? Where's the ghost? Show mommy.
Shaken
Point
baby
to it.
syndrome.
You're fine. Where is it? Point. Is it over there? Is it over there? Is it over there? Where is it?
Ghost.
Where's the ghost?
Ghost.
Where? Is it Grandpa?
Yeah.
It's not? What's the matter? Okay, come here. Do you see what I deal with? What happened?
Stephanie immediately ends the live stream to console her daughter, making sure she's okay, because, as it seems, something had terribly spooked her. As soon as Charlie, her daughter, said that a ghost was there, Stephanie assumed it was her grandfather's spirit. Perhaps she said this to lighten up the situation. But strangely, Charlie quickly said no and proceeded to have an outburst. If it wasn't her supposed grandpa's ghost, then what was it? While some believe that something was present, others write that the video had simply spooked them. It's all in Charlie's reaction. There had to be something quite upsetting to elicit such a sudden response, but it's never made certain. Neither Stephanie nor others in her family who've seen this clip could figure out what it was that had made Charlie so frightened. But let me know your thoughts on this one. Just what had spooked Charlie?
My parents used to watch horror shit all the time when I was a kid.
At around 11 p.m., two friends inside a pickup truck began to happily sing after waiting in traffic for hours on end. According to Ezzy, the person who sent me this, they were stuck in traffic due to an accident that occurred earlier. On the same highway that the men are on, a motorcyclist crashed into a truck, resulting in a traffic jam. Unfortunately, the motorcyclist lost his life upon impact. But fast forward to only a few hours later, and this is captured. Watch closely.
I was getting ready to say, so that was captured on camera?
As both men sing along, something appears behind them. It appears outside the truck, floating in midair while following the vehicle. As Ezzy writes, a pale face with no body is observed, and strangely, neither men notice it. Well, that is, until much later when they saw this video. Ezzy writes that the men believe this face was the spirit of the motorcyclist who passed away on the same road. And if it wasn't the motorcyclist, then it had to be one of the many victims who lost their lives on this highway. Many accidents have happened here, according to Ezzy. But what do you think? Could this supposed face be a case of pareidolia? Or is it likely that something supernatural was caught on camera?
What do you think, Care Bear? What do you think?
At a local bakery, a couple of kids are waiting patiently to get some candy from the shop's baker. It's Halloween, and the bakery is giving out treats to those who stop by. Although everyone in this video is getting some candy, one kid in particular isn't. He stands a few feet away from the group while seemingly observing them. It could be that he's shy and therefore hesitant to step forward. Or, as many comments have noted, it may be that he's seeing something. Now you might miss it, but at the start of the video, the small boy says something out loud like, "Look it," as if noticing something in front of him. He even points at whatever it is that he's seeing. As soon as he does this, this happens. Watch closely. For some reason, the boy suddenly stops in his tracks as if something was blocking his path. He stands in place while staring at something unseen, but then his head quickly tilts up in the same way that someone would after being hit or pushed to the ground. In comment after comment, the same thing is being said. Something had pushed the boy. From the sudden pause in his walk, to earlier when he said "look it" while pointing at something, it's understandable as to why many think this. So, did something actually push the boy? Or was something else at play here that caused him to fall? It's hard to say, but the more you watch this clip, the harder it gets to answer this question.
Because getting home late gets you that look. Because you're
And
only
here
human.
we go again.
There's hills.
Gatorade Zero has the #1 proven electrolyte blend with zero sugar. Is it in you?
Now this next video was submitted to me by a viewer who saw a video that left them extremely unsettled. They had seen the clip on Instagram and write that the footage originates from a city in Yemen where a store owner caught something creepy on camera. He was working late at night when a woman walked in. However, something was very off about this woman.
This one.
The person who sent me this writes that her hand doesn't look right, her voice changes at one point, which is what spooked the guy, and her face doesn't look right either.
Where he's like, look,
now with
she
a
has
description
some
like
different
this,
type of
I
feet
had to
where
watch
it's
the clip
just
in full
shoes.
screen to see if they appear as so. Needless to say, something about them definitely seems odd. Take a look.
See? Shoes.
من مات عليك؟ ها؟ من مات عليك؟
ولا واحد. طلعنا.
أجيب لك.
ما بشتغل، ما عاد مزوج هيك. يا والله ما. طيب.
Wait, what's that about zero sugars, Care Bear?
The first thing that stands out about this woman is her complexion. Her pale skin is similar to that of someone who is sick or passed away. The submitter of this footage couldn't agree more that her appearance is uncanny. Now, the comments on the original video believe that this was a clear case of an evil entity pretending to be a person. Even the caption on this video claims that they're non-human, given that a pair of hooves can be seen where their feet should be.
It's not hooves.
Personally, it's hard to tell if that's
shoes.
so, as the video's quality isn't that good. But the sudden voice change and the weird questions, like repeatedly asking who passed away, further makes the so-called person creepy. But like with all videos, you be the judge. Just who or what had come to visit the store owner during the late hours of the night? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. On May 20th of 2024, a woman named Shireen Ann notices something in her apartment that leaves her extremely unsettled. After this incident, she made a video detailing the events that led up to that night. It all started a few days back when Shireen was home alone with her children. Looking back at this moment, she regrets that she didn't take it seriously. To Shireen, this occurrence wasn't something to be concerned about, as she thought it was her upstairs neighbor doing some interior renovations. But the following night, it happens again. It was at this moment that Shireen began to think that it wasn't her upstairs neighbor, but instead someone or something else. She would continue to be on edge until the next night when it didn't happen. No noises were heard whatsoever on that night, but as she takes a random photo for her Snapchat to let her followers know that she was going to bed, she captures this. Shireen had no idea that in the photo she took, something appears. It was only after someone on Snapchat saw the photo that she was told. Looking closely, it looks as if someone or something is staring at her. She believes that they or it had been the one responsible for the noises she heard before. Now the figure isn't clear at all, but you can make out an outline of a body, which is pretty creepy in itself. Not much else has been said about this occurrence, but one can assume that Shireen was terrified about seeing it. It's photos like this of eerie figures that are pretty creepy. A similar photo was recently posted on Facebook. However, the figure in this one is a bit more clear. The context for this is that a theater student had taken a photo of the audience in the upper balcony and captured this. However, a morbid-looking person is caught in it. Like this image, Shireen's pic remains a total mystery. She doesn't know who or what was inside her apartment, and she doesn't know if it's still there. With no new updates since then, it seems that what was captured will continue to remain unknown.
Still looks dead. Oh, sorry, let me fix my tracking.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also,
sorry,
if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also, be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel. That being said, until next time.
Let's give him a like for using his content. And he does pretty good on that. One sec, though. Let me look at the list over here real quick. Okay, that's further on down. So we'll just back down this.
Chances are you had that voice in your head that says maybe I should.
Pardon me. I'm sorry, guys.
Whether it's
I don't
just
know
to
why I'm
better
so tired
yourself,
today.
get a different
How
job,
you
or
doing
even
today, by the way,
get you a little
Tyler?
closer to where you want to be in life, I would say that.
24, a school teacher stands outside of his class while struggling to remain calm. Only a few minutes ago, he was just inside setting up decorations for his class when he had to stop and immediately walk out after seeing something that made him jump out of his skin. Now, the school that he teaches at doesn't really have a history of paranormal occurrences, but the students there would often make up stories and rumors about the school being haunted, specifically by a student who used to go there. Whether or not this student actually existed remains a mystery, but tonight, after encountering what just happened, he no doubt believes that his class is haunted, if not the whole school. This is what he caught.
All right, I'm just finishing up putting up decorations for the students when they get back. I was on the smart board setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and
really
the janitor.
Familiar.
And let me show you. Do you see? Do you see?
See what? I mean, I see something, but it really looks like more in a blurry
is
spot
that
in the
not
video.
a kid sitting right there?
I might be wrong about that, but it just looks like a blurry spot in the video to me. I think I turned on speak to chat. Nope, I didn't.
It appears that someone is sitting at a desk towards the back of the class while facing the board in front of it. Now, just for reference, this is what it usually looks like when there isn't someone occupying a seat. Nothing stands out because clearly nothing is there, but somehow either someone or something appears. It's hard to make out any specific features, but there's definitely an outline resembling that of a child's, as viewers noted. Because of this, the instructor believes that the spirit of a former student had come to see him. However, they had come way too late to class. Now, it's worth noting that a few months ago, the school had an accident involving someone who went there. It isn't certain, but the following footage might be related.
What's happening? See, but they just put a girl in the back.
The specifics of what occurred are unknown, but according to a source, the student had unfortunately passed away only days after the accident. Ever since then, the kids at the school would come up with rumors saying that the girl's spirit haunts the building. If that's so, then this definitely makes what was captured a whole lot more interesting. But of course, I'll let you come up with your own judgment. Was a ghost caught on camera? Or might there be something that could possibly explain what was captured? As always, let me know what you think down below.
I don't know about
now, the following
reasoning
footage
behind
was
it,
recently shared by a mother who.
The thought of kids being perceptive enough to spot something that they have to go through extra hoops to be able to see? Probably not. Because it looked like the only way that you could see that is through a phone, looking through that, whatever that mirror or reflection was, and then looking back at the desk. I don't think kids are going to be that perceptive to see that.
Was home alone when this happened. The only other person inside the house was her baby, who had just been put to sleep in her crib. It's been a hectic night trying to calm her down as she wouldn't stop crying. According to Angela, the mother, her baby would continuously stare at an empty space before bursting into tears. It was definitely strange, but it wasn't something Angela found concerning. That is, until the following incident took place. At around 10 at night, Angela is woken up by a notification on her phone, alerting her that a person has been detected in the back patio. She immediately checks the security camera outside her house from her smartphone to see if maybe her husband was back from work. Instead, she sees this.
Well, that's creepy. Oh, they do.
At first, Angela thought that the figure was simply a case of pareidolia, but then suddenly, this happens. The figure, which Angela thinks looks like a little girl, slowly dissipates into thin air. Just like that, the silhouette is gone. Now, Angela has made a video showing where the little girl had appeared. While it does give some context, her video makes the footage a whole lot creepier.
Okay, so this is the area, the door that it was like standing inside. We don't have anything or keep anything in this area because it's a walkway and it would be really awkward. And then this is where the security camera is. So when I looked at the footage, I expected to see a person. I didn't expect to see that though.
It's the fact that Angela shows what it looks like if someone were to be standing at the door that makes the footage creepier. If Angela's body wasn't able to be seen, as she demonstrates, then how is this clearly apparent? They, or it, just stands there completely motionless. While she doesn't know for sure if this was something paranormal, she now knows what it was that her child was looking at. She believes that this had been responsible for making her baby upset. But of course, you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured?
Welcome back, Tyler.
At DeVry, our #1 goal is helping you achieve yours. Whether you're looking to move into management or move on to something new, DeVry helps turn your passion into possibility.
Tonight,
you work toward your goals. DeVry works for you.
It's hard to believe that Tom's main toothpaste can remove 95% of surface stains. But if these little guys can swim hundreds of...
On September 20th of 2020, a father decides to record his 2 sons during a playful activity. Both his kids are engaged in a playful wrestling match, with each one trying their best to beat the other. It's a tied match, as it looks like neither one can win the game. Well, that is, until one of them gets distracted. It's unclear as to what he's seeing, but his full attention is given. In fact, he's so distracted that his opponent takes this opportunity to beat him. Although capturing his loss on camera, something else was captured that neither the kid's parents could explain. While looking at the video he took, the father
the other
sees
day,
this.
Tyler, and he said you stinky.
A ver. Eso pa eso es.
Oh man. Oh yeah, this video. I remember that now.
Eso pa eso.
I don't remember where we saw this video at, but
As
yeah,
the father sees that his son is fixated on something, he points the camera to where he is looking, but he doesn't see what it is that's so captivating. Whether he missed it or it simply was not visible, the camera had caught it. In the closet, a face is captured, but like something out of a nightmare, it doesn't move and stays completely still while seemingly staring at the camera. Whatever this is just stays in this corner, but when the father pans the camera to the same spot after turning away momentarily, it's no longer there. Although taken in 2020, there hasn't been any further info on this clip, yet still, no info is needed to make this footage any creepier. While there has yet to be any updates, viewers continue to speculate as to what exactly was inside this wardrobe.
was giving him shit for not hanging out and all that often
In the following video, a couple of friends are standing outside a building that hasn't been occupied for years. Nothing about this building had stood out to the friends until they saw this. Now at first glance, the so-called ghost appears to be mistaken for a plastic bag. This is so considering that it looks to be caught on a wire that's connected to the building. But as the video plays out, the notion of this being a bag suddenly becomes questionable. If this had been nothing more than a piece of plastic, then how does one explain the following? As all friends continue to watch the alleged bag, this happens.
What the hell am I looking for?
Whatever this might have been just floats around before somehow vanishing, but it does this only after the friends started calling out to it. It's as if it was hiding away from them. Now it could very well be that its movement was merely a coincidence that occurred when they shouted, but despite that, it doesn't explain how it just disappears into nothingness. For this reason, the group believes a ghost was on the roof of this abandoned building. Ghost or not, neither viewers nor the group could explain just how exactly this white object vanished without a trace. Like most videos, there has yet to be a definitive explanation for what was caught.
I have no opinion on that one. It's because my brain just
on October 18th of 2024, a video recorded by a security camera inside a classroom began spreading among students after many were freaked out by what was captured. The footage was initially posted by the teacher of this classroom. Mr. Simon, the instructor in question, wanted to share something creepy that he came across while looking at video recordings of his lectures. Rarely does he ever check the camera, but apparently, a student of his had complained about being bullied by a classmate. So naturally, Mr. Simon checks the camera to see what was going on between the two. But while checking, he sees a notification saying that motion was detected at 10 p.m. on October 17th. Now this was odd, considering that school was closed during this time. He checks the footage, expecting a thief or a janitor to appear. But instead, he ends up seeing something that scares the living daylights out of him. This is what he saw.
That is a weird fucking sound for a camera. What? What? Huh.
It's easy to miss the first time, but in case you did, something appears at the entrance to the classroom after a few rotations from the camera. It's pretty faint, but it's there. The camera seems to notice it as it stops moving and stays pointing at the figure. But when it sees it, the figure just seemingly vanishes. The misty apparition, as Mr. Simon calls it, is no longer present throughout the footage. Or at least, that's what he thinks. Because according to viewers, the reason as to why the camera keeps on moving is because it's still picking up the supposed ghost that was seen. Wherever the camera points is where it's at, it's just not visible. But despite whether or not the mysterious figure was still present, Mr. Simon is fully convinced that something otherworldly had appeared. To this day, he has no idea what
that type of camera is run on a motor, and this is older than tracking technology is. You could tell because of this, unless it's a very old camera, but still would not have tracking technology, you wouldn't hear the meh, meh, because that's the motors grinding from like, what do you call those things? Sprockets, where they're grinding into each other to turn the camera.
exactly was inside his class and wonders if the camera will ever see this mysterious figure again.
The
Just
video's
what
not
was
fake,
inside Mr.
but
Simon's
the shit
class?
that people think they see in it is.
They said earning any degree would keep me in demand, but some degrees are more valuable than others. A cybersecurity degree is sought after, as there were over 3.5
Cameras now, like especially the ones that move, they use little sockets, which are basically silent because they what do you call it? They don't grind up against teeth to move position. It's just basically like a ball turning around. Yes, basically sprockets, Care Bear.
In the Russian city of
Beat the
Kirov, a
Jetsons.
couple were driving down a
Beat the
highway when their dash cam caught footage of something
They're
pretty
the-
creepy. This video
Fuck,
was submitted
can't
to me
remember
by
the
Gregory
the
P.,
damn
who saw the
song,
clip
never
on a
mind.
local news station. Upon seeing what was captured, he immediately knew that the incident was anything but normal. As the couple drive down the road, they see this.
Callie be always cute. Oh, yeah.
Have they seen that dude hanging out in the road?
Out of nowhere, a mysterious silhouette shows up in front of the car. Its sudden appearance was startling enough that the woman driving swerved upon seeing it. While it may seem like someone was
Bear,
actually
you're as
standing
cute as a
there,
goblin
something
shark
about
is.
them has led viewers to believe that this figure was no person at all. Given that they, or it, doesn't flinch upon seeing the approaching vehicle, and also that they just manifest out of nowhere, it's believed that this was paranormal. Although it's hard to say for sure if that's so, at least it's certain that most viewers think something unexplainable was captured. Now this next video was submitted to me by Sienna G, who received the following clip from her aunt.
Oh, wait, no,
In the
that's not
footage,
nurse
Sienna's aunt is filming her son, who appears to be roaming around inside a room. Although initially thinking that her aunt had sent her a cute video of her little cousin, Sienna soon felt that something was off about the clip. It wasn't obvious at first, but upon watching it the second time, she instantly got chills. The clip, as it turns out, was sent to Sienna
shit, man.
because something strange was captured. Have a look.
How mommy say got the stuff look like this? Check it out.
There was a shadow.
Come on.
Someone walked behind him. You could hear the sneakers skidding on the floor.
As Sienna's aunt films her son, she catches something passing by in front of the camera, but it's really quick when it happens. At exactly 17 seconds into the video, a dark silhouette emerges from the left side of the screen before making its way across the room. By slowing the footage, one can see that something distinct is moving past the camera, but it's also when you slow the footage that the video gets even more creepy. Looking at the figure frame by frame, you'll notice that it has a full torso and also what looks like an arm. However,
It's not
one
a
thing is
full
missing,
torso, that's
its
a head and a neck.
Despite moving pretty fast, we can still make out what looks like a body, but nowhere in sight do we see a head.
You can't.
This fact alone is what spooked Sienna and
The
her
head
aunt upon
is the
looking
only
closely
thing
at the
you
clip.
can see.
If no one else had been inside the room, then what was this?
Look at that.
A definitive answer to this question
Oh no,
has yet
it's
to
a
be
person.
given.
You can, if you look at the bottom of the screen when it's passing by.
If you caught
can
something
see
creepy
this,
on
the
camera,
pale
or if
tones
there's
of
any
its
ghost
skin.
videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation,
For its
you
neck.
can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get
Hey.
back to the video.
Oh, it's just a dude walking across the camera or crawling across.
In the
but still.
following video, a young girl plays with a pair of glasses while mom and dad talk in the bedroom. It appears that no one else is around except maybe their pet dog, but according to the mother who sent me this clip, there is no way that her dog was responsible for this creepy incident. If no one else was present in the kitchen during this time, as she states, then what was this?
The kid break the glasses. Yeah, you should never leave your glasses around a child. They're gonna break them.
Hey.
Depot. Come here. Child broke the glasses. What, baby? So if there was screaming going on in that video, that child would have
Understandably,
reacted.
the child's parents were freaked out upon listening to what was captured. Either in the kitchen or somewhere else in the house, a loud screech is heard.
So you see how
Someone
it
in the
didn't
house had
react?
screamed, but this doesn't make any
They just
sense, as no one
played it
else
over
lives
when
there
she
except
broke the
them, who
glasses.
certainly didn't scream during this recording. Now, even stranger is the fact that their daughter had no reaction whatsoever to the sound. In fact, no one else had heard it when it happened. Whether person or ghost, the
That's how
family
you
has
tell a
no
video
clue
has
as to who
edited
or
audio
what
added
had made the
in over.
noise.
But we're gonna talk about how that baby Hulk.
In this last video, a man who lives alone
It's like,
recorded
bam.
a video to show what's been happening ever since he
your
moved
mom,
in.
that's who it was.
The apartment that he's currently renting isn't exactly a place he calls home. Almost every night, something strange happens. From tapping noises coming from outside his window to things moving on their own as if tipped over by someone, he no doubt believes that his new place is haunted. Now, he's been recording a couple occurrences ever since moving in, but the most recent video on his page is by far the most unsettling encounter he's ever had.
Good job,
It's late
Care
at
Bear,
night
good job.
when this is captured.
Время 2:30 ночи. А мы только начинаем веселиться.
That does not even sound like it's anywhere close to him.
Проснулся от стука. Из шкафа. А это одна сторона, левая дверца. Слегка приоткрывается и стучит.
If you hear that shit going on, why would you be moving towards it? His floor sounds like shit, man. Yeah, did you hear that? Whenever he starts walking, that real creaky sound, that is terrible. That guy might fall through the floor. Hope he's alright, man. I mean, I'd probably do the same thing, Care Bear. Man, I'd be so scared of that fucking floor.
It goes without saying, but the man was on edge throughout the whole night. Thinking that someone was hiding in his wardrobe, he walks over with caution, but this wasn't necessary, as eventually he finds out that nothing was inside. Or so it seems. While nothing in particular stands out, except for some moving hangers, viewers believe that
The
a
hangers
presence
are
of
moving
some
'cause they
sort was
opened the damn
actually
door.
in there. It just wasn't visible to the naked eye. Whatever presence might have been there has definitely spooked the man, but regardless, this alone was enough to send him out of his place and into a new
There's a
one.
difference between,
No
like,
further
not
videos
having
have been
them
posted
leveled
since
and
then,
to that
but until
level
new footage
of
is
sound.
released,
That's usually
this
a sound
one
whenever
remains a
you're,
mystery.
Whenever your floorboards are starting to bow and they're pulling out of the pulling the nails out of the wood that they're put in, it'll start sounding similar to that. But that was like on an advanced level to where the wood is probably already rotted.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon.
I got to get a few boards fixed in my place because of a water heater incident I had a few years ago that leaked a bunch of water. So I have a few boards in my house that sound like that in the hallway. Not that bad though. Not that bad. That's to the point that they might actually snap and the guy could fall through them. But them being leveled does sound, or like not leveled correctly, does sound like that to a degree. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Let me go grab one that Care Bear sent now. We're gonna see what this weird versus wild shit is you sent, Care Bear. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I was gonna save that for later.
I think when it comes to the work I do through advocacy, oftentimes there is imposter syndrome. I often think, oh, I really shouldn't be here. Do I deserve to be here?
They're tough guys, but some police officers saw something that freaked them out, and they captured it on camera.
Is it Care Bear's mama?
Sure.
Creatures that were once only thought to be a thing of the folklore until they started to appear in reality. Here are the unseen eyes and eerie shapes of mysterious creatures caught on camera.
Yo, there's somebody watching you on the back. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That's fine, Care Bear.
Security footage from a small store caught a strange late-night visitor, a little alien. It didn't waste a second and headed straight for a specific poster on the wall. With surprising focus, it started tearing the poster apart, piece by piece. Was it offended by the design, or did it think the poster was revealing something it didn't want humans to see? After making a mess, the alien casually crawled away, almost like a prankster pleased with its work. The footage left everyone both baffled and amused. Who knew aliens had such strong opinions on Earth's ads? Next
I'm not
time,
gonna
maybe
lie,
we should
Care
ask...
Bear. Or not gonna lie, or but that looked like Will. It looks a lot like Will.
Them for some design tips.
Right there, his face.
Roadside terror.
Going up?
Hell no, it's not. It's Will, your buddy.
One late night in India, a group of friends was driving home when they spotted something unusual on the road up ahead. As they got closer, their headlights lit up a chilling figure standing in their path. With glowing eyes fixed on them, the creature looked straight out of a nightmare. It had a scraggly beard, but its head was oddly bald, and it was bent backward on all fours, almost human-like, yet completely unnatural.
It does not look bald to me.
Wait.
The eerie sight held them frozen for a moment until the creature began to creep
creepy
toward
Will?
them. Without a second thought, they hit the gas and sped away into the night. Was it a spirit, a creature from folklore, or something else altogether? No one knows to this day.
Wait.
Hallway horror.
Sure.
Yeah, surprise butt sex, Will.
In an eerie encounter, a cameraman stumbled upon something truly unsettling in an abandoned building. As he ventured down a long, dark hallway, he caught sight of a creature emerging from the shadows at the end. It was unnerving, to say the least, and as he filmed, he began to question just what he was witnessing. The creature had white skin, large, elongated arms, and a disturbing way of crawling on all fours. The guy was frozen with fear and backed away, not knowing what the creature might be capable of. Thankfully, they managed to escape before whatever it was had a chance to make its move.
Uncanny Valley right there.
Dogman.
No, it's one of our friends in
Yo, there's
town.
somebody watching you on the back.
A guy was doing a live stream from deep in the woods, chatting with his viewers as he explored. But
I still remember that day, and this is just a little funny story. I was helping Will move, and he has this, what do they call those dogs? I can't remember the name of them. They're really hyper smart dogs, but they're very kind of emotional, small corgis. He had this dog, and it was really intelligent and emotionally intelligent, so it kind of picked up on shit around it. I just liked messing with the dog all the time, and we were moving stuff from his house, and I sat in his living room while he was grabbing some other stuff, and his corgi comes up to me and looks at me like it's not understanding what's going on, a little bit upset, and I just look down at him like, "Oh, you poor little thing. Will's gonna leave you all alone. He's gonna leave you here in this house by yourself." and the dog just looks down like it's like, and it jumps off the couch, and then I'm like, well, it's going to knock over your trash again, and he goes over there and knocks the trash can down over. Whenever it gets upset, it would go in there and knock over the trash can. And it's like, God damn it, Chris. And I was like,
Then his viewers began commenting frantically, urging him to look behind him. Startled, he glanced over his shoulder and caught a glimpse of something massive and shadowy lurking behind a nearby tree. Hairy and towering, it resembled what some would call Bigfoot or even the elusive Dogman, its silhouette barely visible in the dark. Realizing the danger, he quickly ended the live stream and vanished from view. No one knows what happened next or if he made it out. Was it just a Sasquatch, or could it have been something even more mysterious? Let us know what you think down below.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Cave creature.
What were you doing
I don't
in
know
this
about
video,
you, but I would
Care Bear?
leave it down there. A diver in Tempe Town Lake drops his GoPro, hoping to capture something cool, maybe a few fish or hidden treasures. But instead, he recorded a creature that looked like it crawled out of a nightmare. Emerging slowly from a dark cave, a strange fish-like being appeared. Unlike anything you'd find in a textbook, it was draped in a thin, eerie veil, and its mouth, like rows of tiny nails instead of teeth. When the footage hit the internet, people were shocked. Some speculated it could be a cursed fish, while others wondered if it was a failed experiment or some strange hybrid. Dragator.
Well, it was a bit of a fucked up one.
Deep in the Amazon rainforest, a wildlife enthusiast stumbled upon something straight out of legend. At first, he saw only a massive tail covered in thick armored scales slithering through the mud. It looked impossibly long, more like a creature from ancient myths than any animal we know. But this fearless explorer crept closer, trying to capture the shot.
About the time I stopped talking with him.
That's when the creature turned. A massive head, like a gator's, but even larger, with fierce eyes that locked onto the camera.
Or whatever the fuck type of species that is.
When the footage hit the internet, even experts were baffled. No known alligator species has a tail that huge or those jagged scales. Theories spiraled, with some calling it a dragon-gator hybrid. Rake invasion. Late one night in rural India, a group of farm workers was busy with their tasks when something unimaginable happened. Dozens of terrifying creatures known as rakes suddenly appeared and surrounded them. These nightmarish beings, with their long bony limbs and unnervingly pale faces, were everywhere. On the vehicles, in the fields, creeping closer with every passing second. The workers fought back with whatever they had, using fire and sticks, but the creatures seemed unstoppable. Just as the chaos reaches its peak, the camera footage abruptly cuts off. Some said it was a hoax, but the sheer terror in the workers' voices felt far too real to ignore.
They don't really seem... No, that's people in costumes.
Brazilian mystery. In a strange encounter, locals on a far too real to ignore.
Like the color of that one right there is like a party suit. You can get these things at Party City. Well, I don't know if they still exist, actually, to be honest with you, the Party City place. I don't know if that's around anymore. But you can see the mask on this one right here. This one's got a better mask.
Brazilian mystery. In a strange encounter, locals on a street in Brazil reportedly came across a creature that defied logic. At first, it seemed to have a long, slim body, darting on all fours in a very animal-like way. But then, as if straight from a sci-fi scene, it appeared to morph into a gooey, shifting mass, much like something out of a Venom movie. Attempting to escape, the creature was trapped. Theories exploded online. Some believe this could be an alien species, while others think it's an elaborate hoax or a unique, creepy being. What do you think? Mystic Beast.
It looks like a form just of
People say legends hang out in the shadows, hiding out in the most out-of-the-way spots in nature, and this was proof of that. In China, a mind-bending sight recently left viewers both mystified and intrigued. A creature that seemed to blend the form of a squirrel, bird, and the mythical Chinese dragon. This creature had a body like a squirrel, but felt like a bird, and it had some dragon-like features mixed in. It brings to mind Chinese folklore. While some claim the footage could be AI generated, others argued that locals have seen it firsthand, suggesting mythical creatures could still roam ancient
the count
lands.
of people saying, I saw this with no footage
Phantom.
has ever been
a month ago.
real.
In October 2024, a bell cam recorded something that chilled an entire neighborhood. It was late, and there on the porch stood a towering humanoid figure that looked drained and worn out as it had wandered far from home. At first, people thought it was just some guy in a Halloween costume. But as it crept closer, viewers were struck by the unsettling detail on its face. No costume or mask could look that real. When this footage hit the internet, theories flew. Some creature that strayed too close to human territory. Nine-tailed beast. Out in the depths of the Amazon, a wildlife enthusiast stumbled upon something truly mesmerizing, a glowing creature that seemed to jump and dance with almost joyful energy. Captured on camera, this mysterious entity then opened tentacle-like appendages, and just as it sent someone nearby, it soared straight up into the air and disappeared. This footage surfaced online. Viewers instantly speculated on what it could be. Many were quick to liken it to the nine-tailed beast of Japanese folklore, a mythical spirit often depicted as a fox with magical abilities and multiple tails. Could this be a cryptid, a bioluminescent creature, or something more legendary? Tell us your thoughts below. Attic Terror.
My name's Travis Sarno. This will be my 12th year
attics
in
are the
Major League
freakiest
Baseball.
place.
I'm Chase Sarno,
places to
former
go.
Major League shortstop.
That and crawl spaces.
Hearing weird knocking sounds in the house. Sounds creepy, right? But that's the situation two friends found themselves in, and they did their best to just brush it off at first. Until the noises grew louder. They decided to investigate, one armed with a broom for defense, the other ready with a camera to capture the moment. They followed the sound to the attic. When they finally opened the attic door, a spooky, ghost-like figure popped up, totally freezing them in place. The sight was too much to handle, and they bolted out of the house in total panic. No one ever found out what happened to them, or if that creepy presence was still hanging around up there. Icy paths. This bizarre footage left the internet buzzing. On an abandoned icy road between a frozen forest, two eerie dragon-like creatures were caught on camera, rushing across the snow. With almond-shaped heads perched on elongated humpbacked bodies and two humanoid legs, they moved with unsettling coordination, swinging their arms in sync as they glided along the icy path. The sight had viewers questioning everything, from aliens and dinosaurs to unknown humanoids from another realm. Were these mysterious beings from our distant past, or could they be travelers from beyond the stars? Share your thoughts down below.
It's very unlikely we'll ever
Alien
see travelers
sighting.
from beyond the stars.
A UFO enthusiast living in the remote Siberian woods set up trail cameras hoping to capture evidence of extraterrestrial life, but what he ended up recording was far beyond anything he could have imagined. One night, a strange humanoid figure appeared on the footage, moving unusually through the trees. Its body was oddly shaped, and its head was sharply pointed. What made it even more bizarre, the glowing light that radiated from its body. As it stepped deeper into the darkness, a strange light flickered from the center of its head, almost like a signal. Could this be proof of something from another world? Since that night, the creature has never been seen again. Cave creature. In a remote cave deep in China, a man and his cameraman set off on an expedition, hoping to uncover something extraordinary. And they did. Far inside the cave, they stumbled upon a bizarre humanoid figure. Its face, eyes, and hands seemed almost human, but its appearance was far too strange to be real. The footage quickly spread across the internet, with many calling it a monster from the deep, but experts soon stepped in, explaining that what they had found wasn't a creature at all. It was a plant called mandrake, known for its human-like shape. This could be seen in the second part of the clip where the man was later seen boiling and eating it. Mermaid hiding. A brave hiker eager to explore a deep forgotten lagoon made a discovery that no one expected. As his camera slowly drifted deeper into the cool shadowy waters, something unsettling appeared. At first it seemed like just a trick of the light or a carving on the stones. But as the flickering torchlight caught it, a face emerged, delicate, almost human, with eyes that seemed to stare back, alive and watching. Was this the legendary face of a siren, hiding in the depths, waiting to lure the curious? Or was it something more mysterious? Whatever it was, the footage ended abruptly and the face was never seen again. Goat Snatcher.
Sorry, guys. So, like, this and this is normally what Mandrake looks like. This is not what Mandrake looks like. So, what that guy was boiling and eating was not Mandrake.
A farmer noticed his goats and other animals mysteriously disappearing. Determined to find out why, he set up a camera and waited. One night, after hearing strange noises on his farm, he finally got the proof. On the footage, a strange creature emerged, unlike anything he'd ever seen before. It had the body of a horse, the face of a hyena, and legs that were abnormally large, almost too big for its body. The footage quickly spread online, and many believed it was a Chupacabra, the infamous creature from American folklore known for preying on livestock. Seeing this, online people suggested the farmer to relocate as it would never stop coming back. Stealthy creature.
Over where? What are you doing over there?
A young girl was playing near the edge of a forest when something caught her attention. She ran to her father, pointing excitedly towards the trees. Intrigued, her father grabbed his camera, aiming it in the direction she indicated. Deep within the shadowy woods, a strange figure appeared. A pale, thin creature with unnaturally long arms that seemed to outstretch like it was lurking in wait.
Hey! What are you doing over there?
The chilling footage has sparked intense debate online. Many believe it could be a skinwalker, a creature from Native American legend known for its eerie, human-like shape and stealth. Was it a creature watching from the woods, or just a trick of the light?
Hey! What are you doing over there?
Antek Banyu. In a recent viral video, a group of men having fun in a stream in Indonesia encountered something truly spine-chilling. Out of nowhere, a black, hairy humanoid figure emerged from the water, moving unnaturally. Covered in thick black hair and resembling a human in shape, this eerie creature spooked the men, who tried to drive it away by splashing water and hitting the surface with sticks. After the footage hit social media, locals identified it as the Antek Banyu, or Hantu Banyu, from Indonesian folklore, and known to lurk near rivers, lakes, and swamps. Legends say those who get too close might never return, as the Hantu Banyu is believed to drown or devour its victims. Unusual creature. Sometimes the things we can't explain are scarier than any monster we know. Just look at this one. During a walk, a group of people came across this strange creature crawling on all fours. It didn't look like any animal they'd ever seen before. With its creepy vibe, people started throwing around ideas. Maybe it was a ghost, a dogman, or even a Sasquatch. The way the creature moved was unsettling, which just added to their nervousness.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does, Tyler.
Not knowing if it was dangerous, they decided to play it safe and keep their distance. As they stood there, the creature slipped back into the woods, leaving them with more questions than they started with. Kraken. In a quiet Italian town, a man couldn't believe his eyes when he spotted something out of a myth. a massive octopus-like tentacle squeezing into a small hole near his house. The creature's movements were slow but unmistakably real, and its size was jaw-dropping. As he cautiously approached, it vanished into the hole, leaving him with footage that quickly spread online. People speculated wildly, with many calling it a baby kraken, and some skeptics tried to dismiss it as a hoax. But just days later, the tentacled creature was seen again, writhing through the middle of a street. Experts reviewed the footage, insisting it was too realistic to be an edit or trick. Forest horror. You'll probably rethink your next camping trip after watching this chilling found footage. A group of friends were sitting around a campfire, laughing and watching videos when one of them realized one of their friends had been gone too long after a quick bathroom break. Concerned, they head into the woods to search for her. They saw a wooden structure there and spotted their friend lying there tied. Suddenly, a scream pierced the night and they sprinted away. A bizarre, four-legged creature with a terrifying humanoid form rushed at them. The camera was dropped, the scene went silent, and nothing more was ever heard to this date. Appalachian creepers. A trail camera deep in the Appalachian Mountains caught something truly unsettling. Two unnaturally skinny humanoid creatures were spotted crawling on the ground, and one of them had something that looked like a tiny human dangling from its mouth. The creatures briskly walked by, and it was clear they noticed the camera. The way they moved, twisted, jerky, almost inhuman, was enough to send chills down.
Man, too many damn commercials.
On anyone's spine. The internet was buzzing with theories. Some believed these creatures were skinwalkers, shape-shifting witch spirits that can take on human or animal forms. Others thought they might be a cryptid like the rake, a creature often tied to folklore. Shoreline mystery. When the sea decides to give up its secrets, sometimes we're not ready to see them. Just look at this one. A fisherman on his way back home stumbled across something disturbing washed up on the shore. It was a creature with a humanoid shape, but its features were unsettlingly different. Its pale skin and strange webbed limbs seemed almost unreal, like a creature from a myth. Netizens buzzed with wild theories. Some were convinced it was a merman, while others thought it might be an eerie lab experiment gone wrong. No one could say for sure what it was, but the sight left everyone uneasy. Spider deer. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, a trail camera captured a strange creature that looked part deer, part spider. Its body resembled a deer's, but from its torso extended long spider-like legs. Creepy enough on their own. But what really shocked viewers was seeing this strange spider deer devouring a carcass, a behavior unheard of for any deer. Was this some eerie lab experiment gone rogue, or are deers evolving into a new predatory species in these remote jungles? Whatever the truth, this footage left scientists and viewers alike questioning what could be hiding in the untouched corners of our world. Long sleep. In Brazil, a farmer unearthed something that was unlike anything seen before. While tilling his field, he stumbled upon a massive chasm. Within this eerie void was an octopus-like creature, its many tentacles writhing as if awakened from a long sleep. He captured the beast's twisted form on video before fleeing in terror. Local legends in Brazil often feature mysterious beings, yet nothing quite like this creature. The video left viewers debating, was this a lost entity of folklore or a terrifying reality? When the farmer returned with authorities, the creature had vanished without a trace. Tikbalang terror. For months, villagers in the Philippines were on edge as farm animals kept vanishing without a trace. Determined to find out what was happening, a local resident set up a trail camera in the nearby woods. What the footage revealed was nothing short of terrifying. A towering creature with the head of a horse and a human-like body feasting on a captured animal. When the footage hit the internet, people were stunned, and locals quickly identified the figure as a tigbalang, a creature from Filipino folklore said to haunt forests and mountains. Known to have a mischievous spirit that can lead travelers astray. Could it be the Tikbalang or something else? Snake Man. Deep in the Amazon jungle, a creepy video popped up showing this wild half-man, half-snake creature. Its top half looked kind of human with long flowing hair, but then there's that long snake tail that moves smoothly through the thick bushes. The dense jungle around it just added to the mysterious vibe of the whole thing. Some folks thought that it might be a mythical mix, like something out of ancient stories.
It has boobies.
Others wonder if it was a new species hiding out in the Amazon. So what was the deal? Could creatures like this exist, or is it just a legend? Tree creature. A family out for a peaceful drive stumbled upon something chilling, a bizarre creature perched high on a tree branch. It had a wild mix of features.
Real quick, guys. I'll leave this video running.
A human-like head and legs that looked like they belonged to a crab. Just as they inched closer for a better look, it spread its wings and took off, disappearing into the sky. The strange sight left them rattled, and when they shared it online, reactions poured in. Some were quick to call it a hoax, but many others were convinced they'd seen something supernatural. What do you think? Could this be a real creature hiding in plain sight, or just a clever trick? Silent Watcher. A creepy video popped up showing a strange creature hiding behind some thick leaves. The dense plants cover most of it, but its eyes, super unsettling, start to peek through the foliage, creating a tense vibe. The creature just sits there, staring at the cameraman without moving an inch. It's hard to tell what it wants. Is it just curious, or is it waiting to pounce? As the footage goes on, viewers are left wondering if this thing is just watching or something more menacing. The tension ramps up as its gaze locks in, keeping the cameraman and everyone watching on high alert. What was it, and why didn't it move? It's definitely one of the most unsettling things caught on camera. Roadside creature. Imagine being stuck at a traffic light and suddenly, out of nowhere, a bizarre creature crosses the road. That's exactly what happened when drivers spotted what looked like a giant spider with impossibly long legs. Completely unbothered by the cars around it, the creature made its way across, leaving onlookers utterly stunned and creeped out. The footage has left the internet buzzing with theories. Some say it's a mutant spider, while others believe it could be the result of a twisted scientific experiment gone wrong. What do you think? Could it be some unknown creature, or is there something more to this strange sighting? Let me know in the comments below. Invisible crawler. Sometimes the truth is more haunting than the stories we tell. A British couple, while on their early morning dog walks in Clumber Park, Nottinghamshire, captured something terrifying. Around 6:30 a.m., they felt an eerie presence. The lady, sensing something wrong, turned on her phone's flashlight and spotted a ghostly figure, a humanoid form crawling on all fours. The figure was too strange to ignore, and it swiftly passed in front of them. The park was known for the legend of the Grey Lady, a female spirit, and many believe what the couple filmed was a manifestation of her. Since then, their footage has shocked viewers, leaving the couple with unsettling questions. Captured Kappa. They say legends sink with time, but sometimes they resurface. Recently, a drained pond in a small Japanese village revealed something wild. A green, webbed creature that looked eerily similar to a kappa, the mythical soul snatcher of Japanese folklore.
Sorry about that, guys.
As villagers scrambled with nets and rods, hoping to capture the creature, it slipped free and disappeared once more. Locals believe they witnessed the return of the kappa, a being said to drag lost souls into lakes. But skeptics online weren't so convinced, labeling the encounter as staged or misinterpreted, real or myth. Either way, this sighting has breathed new life into an ancient legend.
Let's see, what did I miss now? Oh, sorry.
Pine squid.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Deep in the shadows of the Amazon, people have been talking about a creepy creature known as the pine squid, and I guess these guys just recorded that. This funky creature wasn't like the squids you'd find in the ocean. It was spotted living inside the hollow of jungle trees. Its skin was slick and black, shining eerily in the dim light, kind of like toxic goo. Local legends say the pine squid comes to life at night using its slippery tendrils to freeze unsuspecting prey with just one touch. Some folks swear it can blend into the trees, becoming almost invisible. Whether it's real or just a wild tale, I'd think twice before heading too close to it. Now we'll encounter. While cruising down a remote road in Mexico, a group of friends stumbled upon a peculiar sight, a creature standing defiantly in the middle of the road. They pulled over and started recording the entire encounter.
It's like, hello,
but as
fellow
they moved
people.
closer, the creature's demeanor turned fierce, charging at them with an aggression that forced them back. Locals quickly identified the creature as the Nahual, a legendary figure in Mexican folklore thought to be a shaman or sorcerer who can transform into animals. Others speculated it could be a Chupacabra, Mexico's infamous cryptid. Either way, this video has sparked debate on whether they encountered a myth brought to life, or something even more mysterious. Soviet mystery. After the Soviet Union fell apart, some old classified footage popped up showing a really strange creature munching away in a field. This odd animal looked like a mix between a dog and a horse. Dog head, but a horse body and legs. Once the video went viral, people went wild with theories. Was it a failed lab experiment or one of those crazy genetic projects from the Soviet era? Some even wondered if it was a mythical beast straight out of ancient tales. No matter where it came from, this footage has everyone chatting about the blurry line between myth and science. What do you think about this whole Soviet mystery? Mystery werewolf. About a decade ago, a spine-chilling video surfaced, capturing what appeared to be a colossal creature hidden deep within the woods. Filmed secretly by a cameraman who was hiding behind a tree, this footage showed a towering, shadowy figure estimated to be between 9 to 10 feet tall. The creature's head was strikingly canine, but the massive size defied easy explanation. Debates erupted online, with some speculating that this creature could be a werewolf, while others believed it might be Bigfoot, a legendary giant rumored to roam North American forests. While the footage was grainy, the distinctive shape of the head and the sheer size left viewers captivated and unnerved.
Just a bear? It looks like a bear.
Road crawler. One night, a guy was chilling in his car when he heard some weird noises coming from the forest. Curious, he decided to hit record on his phone. Out of nowhere, a creepy figure crawled right into the middle of the road. This thing had a body that looked kinda human, but was hairless and white, moving in an awkward and unsettling way. It was like someone was trying to act all otherworldly, but the speed and creepy movements weren't human. He was freaked out by what he saw and shared the footage with his friends to see what they thought. The whole experience left him and his buddies feeling both curious and freaked out, totally unsure about what they had just witnessed.
Face down, ass
Taiwanese
up.
capture.
That's the way we like to... Sorry.
The Taiwanese Navy recently caught something wild not far from Vietnam's coast. After picking up sonar signals from deep underwater, they threw out nets and pulled up this gigantic fish, way bigger than their ship. It looked super creepy with these scary teeth. Some folks were saying it might be some legendary monster from the depths, while the skeptics argued and suggested it could be just some clever video trick. Honestly, I don't know if it was real or not, but one thing was for sure. I wouldn't want to get anywhere near that thing. Open discussion.
Nope.
Imagine running into a creature that has a bird-like face but a body like a four-legged animal. Recently, footage surfaced that showed just that, an astonishing blend that sparked endless debates. Some viewers insisted it looked like a griffin, a legendary creature often depicted with an eagle's head and a lion's body. Griffins are mythical beings symbolizing strength and protection, appearing in Greek and Persian folklore as guardians of treasures or as powerful divine beings. Whether it was a new hybrid or an actual sighting, the mystery just gets deeper as people online keep guessing. Was that a real griffin or could it be something different? Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.
That was a pretty good video.
This is what
See, you did find a good one, Care Bear. Just remember, go check out Weird and Wild. Give them a few likes. A little watch time. It'll help them out a bit. And then they'll keep producing videos. Let's just say something simple. And there we go. What was I doing now? All right, right. We go back to Beelzebub for a minute.
While driving down a stretch of highway, Felicity D promptly takes out her phone after noticing something down the road. It had caught her attention, considering that no other cars were on the road. It was just her and the driver alone on this highway when this was spotted.
Probably gonna have to take a nap in a few hours.
Now this video takes place in Arenas Valley, New Mexico, where it seems that others have encountered similar experiences. Ghost sightings are nothing new to those who live around here, but this, as viewers believe.
I'll eventually create like a third account for YouTube. That way I can just look up scary videos and daily dose stuff on that account and not mess up my algorithm on my on my main account. So it'll be fine, Tyler. He'll be fine.
May just be the clearest evidence of something paranormal. Although it's hard to say as to what this was, you can see that something is moving before somehow vanishing. It's a bit.
Before we continue with that, anybody that's in here, if you want to help me out with this stuff, I'm always looking for more videos that are cryptid style and stuff like that. Just send them into the Discord channel. Every little bit helps out to find stuff to watch this week. I try not to find them myself because I don't want to be disingenuous on stream.
Bit faint, but something is there until it isn't. Now, unfortunately, not much info is given on this clip, except that it took place in New Mexico. Yet still, as many have commented, this footage is pretty creepy.
No monster cocks, though. No monster cocks
was seen on camera.
I'm trusting everybody.
On a Sunday afternoon inside a small retail store, an employee working by himself decides to tidy up a few items on display. It was like any other workday at the shop. Johan Salazar would clock in and start the shift by organizing stock. But as he does his job, he all of a sudden runs to the back of the store, completely out of breath and visibly shaking. Johan, in his own words, had felt something heavy drop on his shoulders. Not sure what it was that was on his back, he looks at the security camera recording at this time and sees something that terrifies him beyond belief.
Dix is still not working on mine in Galahad. I gotta figure out what's broken and I can't find it. I'm gonna try to take a look at it now that I'm on vacation. I have more time to do these things. Okay, so you hear that. Which I don't know what the hell that was.
It appears that Johan's shirt and hoodie is pulled by something. Initially thinking that someone had put their hands on Johan's back, he turns around expecting someone to be there, but to his shock, there was no one. He was absolutely positive that he felt something heavy on his shoulders, yet it seems that whatever weight he had felt was non-existent. Or so it seems, because as viewers believe, this invisible weight was most likely a spirit who was getting physical with Johan. If that's the case, then its presence was definitely felt. But whether ghost or not, Johan has been left terribly shaken by this incident. To this day, there is yet to be an update on this whole occurrence. Now the following video comes from a mother who for some reason began to feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety while taking care of her baby. It was just her and her son, alone at home, watching a movie peacefully, when things took an unexpected turn. Looking at the bathroom door, she notices that it's wide open. When she last looked, it was somewhat shut. Seeing that something was different, she grabs her phone and begins to record. Whenever something like this happens, according to her, things get very weird. It's a common occurrence, but on this night, what she captures is unlike anything she's ever experienced. On the verge of having a panic attack, she records the bathroom when this is captured.
The door is moving by itself.
Oh no.
It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds now on sale. So you could take home our coolest deal. Up to 50% off our limited edition smart bed.
Your best bet,
only at Sleep
Galahad.
Number.
Zoe?
Yeah.
If they attach to, you know...
From meeting for coffee
Hold up 1 second.
Megan, I love you. To meeting the family. At Credit One.
There we go. If spirits attach themselves to physical objects to survive in, your best bet is just to burn it down. Make that object not exist anymore. Then, goodbye, spirit. Hey there, Silent. How you doing? Silent, you need to join our Cobblemon Discord or Cobblemon group. I got a bunch of people from the Peak server in there. How do? I can help you with it later. You just gotta download Mordred and Cobblemon Optimized. I can send you the link if you want to join.
Please go away.
You don't have to. I'm just, you know, it'd be fun to have you there.
Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away.
Well, that was mean. Don't tell him he's not wanted.
Whatever you are, go away. Oh my god.
Just a quick heads up before I go on. I just sent you the server that we're using, which is it's not the same server as, but it's the same people hosting it as the bigger YouTubers that are doing Cobblemon right now. And I sent you the link to the launcher. Well, the optimized link. Make sure you download the launcher first, install it, and then log in your account. After you log in your account, download that link that I sent you at the end. It'll let you install it, and that's all you have to do for it. But I can help you with it if you have trouble. Sorry about pausing that, guys. I just want to get that out of the way real quick. Yes. It also has proxy in it, so that's awesome. Anybody that wants to join is welcome. It's a community event, basically, for my community. So if anybody else wants in, let me know. Cobblemon, it's basically Pokemon for Minecraft.
I'm so scared right now. Please go away.
I would be too after being rude to him. You could have at least just said, I'm not feeling well, could you come back another day? But no, you're like, you're not welcome here. Get the fuck out. Are you trying to... Is she trying to call the spirit by acting like it's a cat?
Moo?
Now, what? Does
To
she think
say
it's
that
a
the mother
ghost?
was
Or
spooked
does
out
she
of her
think it's a
mind
cow?
would be putting it lightly. It's the fact that she pulls in her child after sensing something dangerous that really shows this. Now, she didn't see it at first,
Nope,
but
we
after
burned
watching
that
this
shit
video,
down.
she saw it. At the entrance to the bathroom, a very distinct shadow-like figure appears quickly. It's actually pretty quick when it happens, so it's understandable as to why she had missed this. But seeing how fast it moves only adds to the creepiness of this footage. Whatever this might have been seems to pop in and out quick before seemingly disappearing. Seeing this and hearing the bathroom door creak has led her to believe that something paranormal took place. But whether ghost or not, there has yet to be a definitive explanation for what was captured on this night.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not fully paying attention to that one.
In the following video, a security guard is doing rounds at a hotel when she suddenly comes to a stop
My
after
apologies,
encountering
guys.
something very disturbing. This video took place in 2019 and was recently shared by a friend of the security guard shown in the clip.
No, you couldn't,
At
liar.
first, the friend who posted this wasn't sure if sharing this online would be a good idea. What was captured, according to them, is something that the hotel would rather keep under wraps. Perhaps to avoid reminding people of a terrible incident that occurred many years ago. In 1986, this exact hotel, which was formerly called the DuPont Plaza, had mysteriously caught fire, resulting in many lives being lost. Guests had no choice but to leap off their balconies as the flames had engulfed the whole building. The sight of this was hard to bear, to say the least. But fast forward to 2019, the hotel is now rebranded and remodeled under a different company. However, from time to time, strange things would happen here. Hotel guests would report supposed paranormal experiences and blame the fire incident that occurred years ago to explain this. The following video is a prime example of what guests experience while being here. It's late at night when apparently something pulls the security guard's hair. Take a look.
Okay, let's see. Cop?
Looking closely, you can see that her ponytail is the first thing that moves before she tilts her head.
Right?
However, its movement is anything but subtle. It's as if something had yanked her hair, causing her to jerk her head in a sudden motion. According to the friend who posted this, the security guard thought that someone had ran away upon pulling her hair. But after watching this clip, that clearly wasn't the case. Her hair was definitely pulled, but it wasn't someone she could identify, let alone see. What happened here, as the friend believes, was something unexplainable. But as always, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly could explain the security guard's hair
Did actually also stay up a lot later today. Oh, it's not a cop? Okay. I couldn't really tell. It looked like it had,
it's late at night when a group of friends decide to enter a hospital that's been out of service for quite some time. They would never come alone unless they were dared to do so, because apparently this place is not what it seems. Although seeming like an empty facility devoid of any doctors or patients, the Felix Bonis Hospital in Santiago, Chile has been said to have a certain presence within its walls. Now thankfully, the lights are still on inside this hospital, which is a good thing for the group. The emergency system powering these lights appears to be running, but even with the lights on, the following incident remains just as frightening. This is what they caught.
I don't know if emergency systems would still be running in a hospital like that afterwards. A lot of places disconnect those systems so they don't catch fire whenever they shut down a facility. That's a weird thing to motorboat, Care Bear. But it would explain your choice in boyfriends. That doesn't surprise me all too much, Tyler.
It happens quickly, but upon looking closely, you'll see what appears to be a silhouette of a person just walking past the group of friends. No one had noticed it, and no one realized what was captured until much later when watching the footage. Clearly, something had been there, but it's hard to say as to what exactly it was. Briefly, we can see what looks like a distinct outline of someone small. But strangely, whoever or whatever this was goes unnoticed by the group. It's for this reason that they no doubt believe that this had to be the spirit of a deceased patient who doesn't know they already passed. But ghost or not, it seems that what was captured will currently stay a mystery.
Just a heads up, guys, just because I'm like incredibly tired, I'm gonna finish out the hour on streaming, then I'm gonna go take me a nap. But since I'm off work, I'm gonna come back after I take my nap, which is probably about an hour or two, and I will start back up on Cobblemon for doing a house build. But I am gonna take a nap in about an hour. All right, we'll get back to this.
Placed inside someone's apartment, a man immediately stops what he's doing to record this video, as it was just now that stuff started moving.
And just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell.
Within the span of 30 minutes, things just started moving on their own. This is something that commonly happens, but not once has it ever been caught on camera. But on this night, something happens that scares the living daylights out of the man. Hoping to get something on camera, he captures this.
And I'm just kind of now trying. I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just trying to.
Is your dripping faucet and running toilet driving you crazy? Then call the plumbing repair experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Voted best plumbing company in Knoxville 7 years in a row.
See if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them down to like neighbours' noise or whatever it might be. But this is the first time I've kind of actually seen things move.
You're a monster, Galahad, waking up that early.
Yeah, so I don't really know. I want something to move, and I also don't want something to move.
On the same page.
If anything is here,
bitch,
please, by all
you're
means,
usually
feel free
up
to
in the
move
middle of the
something.
damn night.
Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there. I don't know, whatever you want to move.
I was
Move the
talking
bike
to you
again,
at like
move the
3 in the
remote
morning
here.
yesterday.
Don't be scared. Although I am a little bit scared.
Same page, my ass.
It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want something off. There is no way.
That didn't sound like a real sound. A real beating.
I'm so glad I got that on recording. I'm coughing all of a sudden. Holy.
What do I need a plumber for?
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film. Please move it again. You've done that much. Please feel free to move it again. This, by the way, has been propped up here for ages. This has not been moved. It's never moved before. Like, I'm actually shaking a little bit. Sorry for swearing, by the way. Oh my god. I'm so happy that I've just got that on tape. And like this, this isn't like attached to anything. Like there's nothing attached to it. Like I haven't kicked it. I haven't moved anything. It's been, I don't know how it was now, but it's been kind of propped up for a long time. I'm going to lay it down a bit more.
Yeah, you were up a good portion of the night. You were still sending me videos.
Had it not been
at
for
like
him
5
lifting his
in the
guitar
morning.
and showing an up-close view of the neck, then this definitely would have raised some suspicions.
There's no way you
strings
were
are seen anywhere
asleep
besides
till
those on the
6.
guitar, and nothing around it hints at the possibility of this being faked. It's the lack of questionable evidence that makes this possibly real, and therefore pretty creepy.
Oh, that
Yet
did
this
fall,
only gets
didn't it?
creepier
Okay,
when
I didn't
noticing how
notice that
sudden the
part.
guitar
I
moves.
thought it was just a sound.
Usually, when things aren't prop right, a slow shifting movement occurs before gravity takes over and makes it fall fast. This, however, immediately moves as if someone had forcefully pushed it.
That's
To the
not
man,
how that
whatever
works at
happened
all.
here was surely paranormal. But of course, whether or not that's so is up to you to decide. Was something supernatural at play here? Or is there something else that could possibly explain this?
What about my pipes? That just
Now,
came
not
up
much
out
is
of
known
nowhere,
about this
Carrie.
next
I don't know
video,
what you're talking
considering
about.
that the original source is unknown. Where it came from, or who exactly posted this first, remains a mystery. But despite lacking any sort of context, the video is still pretty creepy.
Yep.
Taking
Nah,
place
she
in
was
what appears to
sending
be a
me,
museum,
these
a group
videos,
of people visit an
basically.
exhibit that is, well, a bit disturbing to say the least. As with most lifelike mannequins, there's something quite off-putting about
it's
these,
for
but
Care
it's not
Bear.
the mannequin.
I'm usually sending her random ass shit in the middle of the night that is designed to fuck with her like this. This is what happens to Care Bear if it'll load. Come on.
The smallest club in the world is here. No bouncers, no queues, just pure fun. Let's check it out. The smallest.
I sent that to her last night when I found it random on Twitter.
That make the video pretty spooky, but rather something else. Whoever took this video seems to have not realized that they captured something unusual during this moment. They didn't see that this was
no.
captured.
I've got to replace the... what do you call it? Sorry, what is that shit called? The fixings in the back of it, it's not leaking, it's the, fuck, I can't think of the name of it. Any other day I'd be able to tell you. Basically, the shit that just makes the toilet work in the back of the tank. I got to replace that. I can't think of the name of it. But what did that? Why did you randomly bring that up? I had no idea what you're talking about there, Care Bear.
Very creepy in here.
You gave me no context clues to figure that out. The float, the stopper.
Appearing out of nowhere, a shadowy figure resembling a woman is caught in the mirror.
I don't think it's called a float
its
anymore,
reflection is captured, but the person casting it is nowhere in sight. That is, if it was a person. While some viewers agree that it was a person in the sense that they used to be alive, many believe that this was its ghost.
There's an actual name
Seemingly
for
dressed in a gown that a woman would wear during the Victorian era, the mysterious shadow passes by, unfazed by the group of strangers in the room. It's as if they've been here for quite some time. But like most videos, without much context, it remains unknown as to who or what was caught on camera.
That's why I didn't get what you're saying.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, but I'm forcefully just not paying attention to the...
On the night of October 4th of 2024, a young couple watch a scary movie that's already been seen by the boyfriend. It's his girlfriend's first time watching the film, and it's exactly how he imagined she would react, completely scared. It's for this reason that he films this video. It would make for a funny clip, but little does he know, this exact moment would be anything but funny. Now, viewers agree that it's already creepy enough that they live in a house filled with clown dolls and other horror-themed items.
Oh yeah, I remember
but what
this.
Was
it was in one of the last week's
things.
episodes.
As they watch this movie, this is caught.
Or dolls. Dolls are creepy as shit.
And the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross, of our
You did what with me on camera?
Who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. David.
You know, the more I think about it, I hope that's not gonna get me in copyright bullshit.
You killed your mother.
You killed your mother. You killed your mother. You killed.
We believe education should hold practical value.
Here we go, another commercial.
But what does that mean? Well,
What was meant to be a funny clip of his girlfriend's reaction turns into something they would see in their movie. Out of nowhere, the clown doll on the wall moves. Unaware of what just happened, she continues watching the film while the boyfriend remains speechless, as it seems that the doll had come alive. While some think that the film had something to do with this, the couple believes that something else was responsible. As it turns out, they live across a cemetery that's quite literally down the street from them. The following is the girlfriend's footage. Take a look.
My scary clown video. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that I actually do live across the road from a cemetery. Normally this stuff doesn't scare me, but the clown kind of did.
Oh, right.
So then, according to viewers, it's no wonder why the doll had come alive. It only makes sense that watching a scary movie near a cemetery would lead to this. But as always, you be the judge on whether or not this was paranormal. Just what exactly had occurred that night? On a sunny day, somewhere on a peninsula, a man records a video of an ancient fortress that was built in 1725. Obviously, the fortress has stood the test of time, seeing that it's still intact. But it's not the durability of this place that baffles the man who filmed this. Instead, it's what appears at this place that's left him pretty spooked. He was taking a video while he and his brother explored the fortress. Although many tourists come here, very few know that the fort has taken the lives of many pirates who invaded the peninsula during the 18th century. Knowing this, the man couldn't help but feel a haunting presence while being here.
Say there's
now,
ghosts,
the quality's far from HD, but the video still captures footage of something visible and quite peculiar.
Trying to creep your ass out.
This is what was caught.
Okay.
I advocate punting children when they start acting creepy. vote for Sel for Senate. He advocates for you to punt children whenever you want. I'm Celsius Boltfire, and I approve this
The man
message.
who took this had no idea that something appeared around the fort. He further adds that this, whatever it was, had been inside a closed-off section to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had stepped foot there for years. If it wasn't a person, as many believe, then what exactly was this? Now it is—
Okay, for the vasectomy thing real quick, the reason I've not got a vasectomy is because more often than not, they snap back and heal. I don't know if I ever told you about my friend when I was in college. There's this fella I knew. He's about 40 when I knew him, but I can't fucking remember his name. But when I'd talk to him, he's like, "Yeah, I've got 14 kids," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Did you ever think about?" I was like, "Did you ever think about getting a vasectomy at some point?" And he's like, "Oh yeah. After the first kid, I got a vasectomy every time, but it kept snapping back and healing." So yeah, that's why I never got a vasectomy, is because it probably wouldn't have worked.
It is kind of odd how despite the video's quality, we can still make out distinct figures in the distance, but this, even from a not so far distance, is hard to make out. While some speculate that it might be the spirit of a pirate who died while crossing the fort, others are simply baffled by the clip. Although uploaded in 2023, this video continues to remain a mystery.
Mind you, my mother's mother had 14 kids, so I've got 14 different aunt and uncles that are blood related.
In this last video, a man named Connor Lyle recorded something strange on his doorbell camera. It happened on a Thursday night when no one else had been outside. Connor had just come home at around 8 p.m. and was heading towards his house when suddenly he gets the strangest feeling. It was as if his body, out of instinct, had sensed something threatening. Perhaps thinking it was all in his head, he shrugs it off and doesn't think much of it. But fast forward to him looking at the footage captured of that night, and his stomach drops. The following is his footage. Watch.
What should be one of these fucking clown videos? You remember that shit when people are dressed up as clowns and assaulting people?
As it turns out, his fight-or-flight response wasn't just random, but rather completely called for. Right behind Connor, there appears to be a shadowy figure walking by and then disappearing out of nowhere. However, after seconds pass, it reappears again, but this time a bit closer. It's as if it was making its way towards Connor. Feeling once again immensely unnerved, he turns around and sees nothing. But clearly, as he would eventually find out, something was behind him.
I mean, I see
what this
like
was
a
is
little
unknown,
wavy in
but
the
judging by
background, but I
Connor's
don't know if that's
reaction,
a shadow.
viewers think it's best if he stayed away from ever encountering whatever this was. While there has yet to be any updates from Connor regarding this footage, this incident continues to remain unsolved. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future.
Let's give him
also,
another
be sure
like.
to check out the official TikTok account
Just
for this
remember,
channel.
guys, come check this
That
guy
being
out.
said, until next
Bizarre
time.
Bub. Give him a like, some watch time. It'll help his ass out. The best thing you could do for a YouTuber, if you ever want to help your buddies out or people you like, just go to their channel and watch his ass. The more watch time they get, the more their channel will get seen. Good deal.
On September 27th of 2024, a woman named Jalen immediately grabs her phone to record something on camera.
That shit doesn't help us out on Twitch, but it does on YouTube.
But tonight, it occurred once more. Jalen had been lying in bed while doing work on her laptop when something noticeable appeared from the corner of her eye. Now, given that this incident took place at her grandparents' house, a place abundant with numerous vintage items, she finds it unsurprising that this happened.
You just get lucky
Some of these
with that
items,
shit.
as she believes, could be cursed or haunted. But even if they weren't, she would still be afraid of coming back to this place, and it's all because of this incident. The following is her footage.
Okay, Care Bear, I'll be here. Making fun of your ass. Oh, I remember this one. Creepy ass wax doll. Who the fuck keeps that shit in their house?
This thing just moved.
I would just set that shit on fire immediately and throw it outside. Big on! That or give it to Care Bear as a present. Galahad, we'd be fighting if you do that. We'd be fighting. You just happy that you moved to 202. The injury to Parsons and there'll just be a 1 and a 2, Galahad. A 1 and a 2. It would be me loading a harpoon gun, me shooting a harpoon gun. 1 and 2.
The door just moved.
Oh no, I wouldn't kill you. Just shoot you through the leg and hook you to the ground. That way you stuck there for a while. You might bleed out, who knows? We'll leave that up to chance though. That's a sweet deal. Look at that dog thing. Followed her ass around. Yep, it's Faith's decision, not mine.
Are you real? You can do it again.
Don't tell it can do it again. Tell it to get the hell out of your house.
I won't watch.
Or don't lie to it. You into some weird voyeur shit there. You give it the permission. You give it the permission to march the fuck out your house.
It was at this point that Jaylen knew that what she had seen earlier wasn't just in her head, but rather something real. Somehow, the mannequin begins to move. Only moving ever so slightly, the mannequin seemingly comes alive. But strangely, it's only when Jaylen isn't looking directly at the doll. It's as if it's trying its best not to get caught by being very subtle. However, seeing that her mirror was catching its reflection, she tricks it into showing itself move. Now, there is something else about this video that viewers have noticed. Whether a coincidence or not, viewers can't help but think that the balloon and the door closing on its own played a role in diverting Jaylen's attention, almost as if they were meant to prevent her from seeing the doll. It is strange how both objects intervened whenever she tried seeing it, but despite their efforts in obstructing her view, she finally catches it. So then, the question is begged. Just how exactly did the doll move on its own, and was it merely a coincidence that things were trying to block her view? Like most videos, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. But as always, let me know what you think down below. In the following video, a man is inspecting a property where something very alarming was caught on camera the previous night.
See, guess what? Meron na naman kaming mga hindi.
As it turns out, a homeless person had broken into the property, and it's Benji's job, the person recording this, to get him out of there. However, unbeknownst to Benji, it wouldn't just be a squatter he into the property.
Okay, like, I might be overthinking this, but isn't this guy's leg a lot fatter than this leg? What the fuck is with that? It's like 2 times the size of that leg.
And it's Benji's job, the person recording this, to get him out of there. However, unbeknownst to Benji, it wouldn't just be a squatter he encounters, but also something else. In his own words, this house terrifies him. It's the one place that he doesn't like to check for squatters. He often encounters them on the properties that he owns, which is why he's made this into a video series. But it's the following video from his whole series that has left viewers creeped out. This is what he caught.
You just noticed him blossom. Galahad.
There is somebody in here. I know you're in there, man.
By the way, if you're around after I get up, I'll help you get, or after I take a nap, Silent, I'll help you get set up on the server if you want.
You understand how dangerous this is.
We're kind of doing like a town thing on it.
Whatever we do, we should
So
do
I had to give you permission to use our land.
Hello?
Talk more regardless, Galahad. You're an alright person. People like listening to you sometimes.
Police!
Nah, you got a good personality,
there,
Galahad. You's a bitch, but you got a good personality. I tried to get you to save your money for a PC when you was working, Care Bear. You should have done it so we could play combo bonds together.
What the hell?
Or you gotta figure out a way of making me a super successful content creator so I can buy you a PC.
This is in your house, man. Oh, this smells like shit.
It was seeing the door open by itself that spooked out Benji. His first thought upon seeing it move was that the squatter was in there, but strangely, that wasn't the case. He would eventually come to the conclusion that this was just a draft or a wind current that moved it. But fast forward to only a week later, and Benji uploads a video that completely changes this notion. Benji is back at the house, ready to confront the person inside. Expecting a squatter, he grabs his phone to record them. What he records, though, is a different type of encounter. Take a look.
Hello? Hello?
The fuck was that sound? Someone throwing
Hello?
pop rocks down? And he just ignored the shit out of it. What the hell is that? It's like electricity now. What are you coming into a house you know a squatter's been staying at by yourself in the middle of the night? freaking out over? Was he the one using the taser?
It appears quickly, but if you slow the footage and zoom in, you'll notice a dark figure standing inside this room. Although briefly seen, Benji immediately spots it before taking a second look, but when he looks again, it's not there.
Yeah, probably
It stands motionless for just a moment before disappearing in an instant. Even weirder is that the camera seems to be either glitching or picking up something unseen. All of this happens before suddenly the door starts to partially close on its own. Now Benji, having dealt with many squatters before, naturally assumed that this was another trespasser, so he runs over to the person to confront them. But when he gets there, no squatter is found inside. To this day, Benji wonders what had been inside his house, but according to him, if he had a guess, it definitely wasn't a squatter. Living somewhere in Georgia, a woman named Felicia had caught footage of something that's left her shaken up ever since it's happened. Although having watched this video multiple times, she still can't make sense of this footage. In the video, Felicia is seen playing with her dog on her back porch before suddenly it happens.
Wasn't he wearing full pants? I thought he was wearing full pants where you couldn't really tell if he was...
It's easy to miss the first time, but upon replaying the footage and amplifying the audio, you hear this. The reason behind Felicia's fearful reaction is now clear. A disembodied voice had spoken to her. Listening closely, it sounds as if it's saying, "Get out." Understandably, Felicia runs away in a panic frenzy. She leaves the door open for her dog, but for some reason, he doesn't want to go inside. Even he is sensing something unusual. From the curtain behind Felicia moving at the same time the voice is heard, to her dog being afraid of going inside, Felicia believes that this was paranormal.
I love
now,
how
no
like
further clips have been posted by her, which only helps to make this incident a total mystery. In the following video, a pair of teammates are passing a ball in front of a camera, showing audiences what they do before playing a match. It's Friday night at a soccer stadium, and both players are fully immersed in a small pre-game warm-up. But while both players pass the ball to each other, audiences notice something unusual in this footage. It wasn't until someone made a video pointing out something in the background that people started rewatching the original to see if it was true.
My freaking eyes
To
are
their
drying
shock,
out right now.
it was. As both players pass the ball to each other, this is captured.
And then when you get quicker, what tends to happen? More mistakes happen. But that is what development looks like. If you're cruising at a speed that's comfortable, yes, it looks good and it looks cleaner, but you're not going to get better. You have making mistakes here, and then you get to that level, and then you go again, and it's never ending. It's the same.
Now, the social media account that posted this video had no idea what was captured until tons of comments started coming in, mentioning the supposed ghost. It's recorded from a distance, but not so far that it's hard to make out something moving.
It seems like it's moving
now,
too
just to
fast
compare,
be
there's a person standing up right here,
actually there.
and right across from them is a row of bleachers filled with people. Both are clearly recognizable as people, but this, even from the same distance, is unrecognizable. It's clear that something is moving, but it's not obvious as to what exactly is being seen. While some speculate that this might be the spirit of a legendary soccer player running in the bleachers, others are quite baffled by it. With no comment or explanation given by the account that posted this video, the question remains unanswered. Just what exactly was caught on camera?
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's time to wake up.
My brain is
now the following video comes from Virshini, a mother who lives in a quaint house where it seems that things have gotten very unsafe for her family. Despite living in a safe neighborhood, it's the house itself that's been causing the most concern to Virshini. According to her,
We'll finish
something
this
is in this
video up,
house,
and then I'm gonna
it's
call
messing
it.
with her family. From cabin.
Just heads up for anybody in here who wasn't in here when I said this first. After this video's done, we're gonna call the spooky stream for the night because I'm tired. We might do some more spooky videos tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But I will come back after I take a nap and start streaming a build on Cobblemon. So when I come back, I'll be on Cobblemon tonight.
That are found open
I can't
when no one
help
had
it,
been
bitch.
inside the
I'm
home.
tired.
To her children seeing things in the dead of night. One can safely assume that the family has been put on edge ever since moving in. But out of everyone, it's the baby who's been the most affected by this move.
I get that too.
For
I
some
think it's
reason,
something like
something
with your
strange
brain.
always happens inside the room.
It just
The following
happens
video is just
because
one
of
of many
some
instances in which something inexplicable happens. But
thing
unlike other
with your
instances,
brain. I'm not
this
good at
one has
explaining
left the
stuff when I'm
family
tired.
pretty spooked. This is what they caught.
I can already tell it's gonna be bad. There's a dollhouse. They caught the baby? Babies are pretty scary. My ex-girlfriend asked me when we were dating for a while, asked me when we were gonna have a baby, and I was like, oh no, that's terrifying. I know, right? Ew.
Had it not been for the baby monitor inside the room, Virshini would not have known the source of the sudden noise. She searched the whole space,
Babies,
only to
they
realize
just an
later that the noise had come from
STD
inside the dollhouse.
survives outside
But the
of the
source
body.
itself is what scares her. Moments before making a sound, the toy is seen hovering slightly off ground before
Yeah,
being
I
shot
knew
up
it.
into the air
Fucking
and making an
dolls.
audible clack. Virshini jumps up in response, as she later would when looking at the footage. Ever since then, she's taken safety measures to ensure this doesn't happen around her children. But still, the activity continues. Just like viewers, Virshini is left wondering how the toy moved and if there have been any other strange events in this room that weren't caught on camera. On October 2nd of 2024, a live broadcast on a TV news network left many viewers who tuned in completely spooked. The footage captured during this live transmission had nothing to do with the news report that was being covered. In fact, it was so out of place that viewers had to rewatch the broadcast to confirm what they saw. Now thankfully, someone recorded the whole broadcast in question. Just like viewers, Shane was left creeped out upon seeing it.
They
He
recorded
replays
it.
the live stream and shows exactly what was caught. Watch.
Go ahead, Dad, play it. You'll see it starts in from up here, it comes down and does a swirl. It comes down and there's another one that pops in over here.
She's contributor at Foreign National Pets. First, your reaction.
Now rewind it in slow-mo.
Huh. They caught Superman.
Security advisor. It's first your reaction.
Now fast forward it in slow-mo how you did it earlier, because I could see it.
Now the quality of Shane's video isn't exactly HD, which makes it hard to tell what's being seen. But fortunately, another viewer watching the same program recorded the incident. Take a look.
I can't remember the rest of it. Something.
Having a closer look, one can see why many viewers replayed this exact moment on TV. It looks as if a dark, shadowy figure zips by. While the idea of this being a bug has been thought of, many comments claim that it can't be a bug, as it would have to be very close to the lens for us to notice it. This figure, whatever it might be, isn't as close. From thoughts of this being the Grim Reaper, to the idea of this being a ghost, it's clear that viewers were spooked out of their minds. But whether ghost or not, I'll let you be the judge on what exactly was caught on camera.
He stole Batman's costume and was flying around the sky.
At around 11 p.m. on a Sunday night, a man quickly takes out his phone to record this exact spot shown on screen, where apparently something very strange happened.
Someone was walking by, bro, and they just disappeared when they got by the tree.
Someone or something had disappeared right in front of him, and he knows this for a fact, as he wasn't the only person to have seen this.
Do you think it
Just
might
like
have
him,
been
the man crossing the road had seen the figure
homeless
vanish on the
person
sidewalk.
taking a shit
Having no
behind
other
the
way of
tree?
showing what just happened, the man continues to record in the hopes that it reappears.
real
But as he
possibility.
films, this happens.
And she just disappeared in the sidewalk. What the fuck? I know you guys didn't believe me, but somebody walking by.
I think they found the homeless guy taking a shit.
¿Qué pasó, güey? ¡Oh, güey, mira! Ahí va saliendo. What the? Mira. What the hell?
What are they talking about?
Salió de la.
You guys see anything? Because I'm not.
What the?
Am I just that
What is
tired,
that?
or is there nothing there?
¿Qué es eso, güey?
It appears that the man had fled upon seeing what looks to be a dark, shadowy figure manifest out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm
It
starting
seemingly
to see a
emerges
little
out of the
bit
brick
now.
wall, as if somehow phasing through it. But looking closely, that doesn't appear
I
to be
should
the
start
case.
focusing well right
They,
now.
or it, just suddenly
Sorry,
appears
guys.
like it was already there. Knowing for sure that nothing had been there, the man continues to record in total disbelief. What just happened, according to him, is something that can't be
Cocaine-fueled
explained.
nightmare.
Now, it's hard to say for sure if that's so, especially with no further context or additional footage. But like always, I'll let you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured?
Okay. I just gotta say, I like how this guy is always like, I'll let you be the judge. Like he has any choice in that.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now, this last video was submitted to me by Hannah P, who caught something on camera that she can't seem to explain. It goes without saying, but what was captured has freaked her out to say the least. She had just finished eating dinner when suddenly she heard what
How do we
sounded
know
like a
that
creaking
gal
noise
had-
coming
how
from
do
her
we know that for
staircase.
sure?
No one else was home when this happened.
Do you
As
have
Hannah
an
scrolls on her
alibi?
phone, this is captured.
I was invited because of lesbian geography, and we've been together almost ever since for 40 years. What was your first impression of her after? So exotic. Molly sweatsuit.
Damn it.
I was in blue jeans and a plaid orange and a big.
I think I'm about to hit my limit. Shit, man.
Hello?
Hello? What is with the creaks on those? Well, anywhere in her house. I must say, I'm more creeped out about that painting in her living room than the whatever the hell's coming down those stairs.
Needless to say, Hannah has been left immensely terrified by this seemingly inexplicable incident. Somehow, a creaking noise is heard on the staircase, despite there being no one on the stairs. Her dog seems to notice this, given that he barks when the creaks are heard. But creepiest of all, the sound of charging footsteps descending the staircase and towards Hannah is caught on camera. Now, Hannah has had this happen to her more than once, which doesn't faze her as much as when it happened before. But like all incidents, this one has yet to be explained. Just who or what was running down the staircase? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel. That being said, until next time.
Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, like I was
from any place with just a single.
To say next, to just make sure, like, if you liked his stuff, go check out his videos. Give him a like. I forgot to give him a like on that video. Shit. But majority of things, if you want to help out a YouTuber, give them some watch time. It'll help get their stuff showing up on everybody else's streams. The more watch time they get, the better off they are. But for right now, I'm gonna take a nap, and I'll come back in about an hour or two. When I come back, we'll start working on building my house in Cobblemon. I've been playing a little bit of it here recently. For now, though, I'm gonna send you guys over to my buddy Ren, and go poke her with a stick. We ain't got to hang out with her in a while. Maybe we'll get her to hang out at some point soon. I think she's gonna join the Cobblemon server. Also, Cobblemon is open to everybody, so feel free to hit me up, and I will get you on our server and in our town. Also, yeah, if you're around in 2 hours, Silent, I can help you with getting set up. But for now, bye-bye!
Thank you so for the raid. Yippee, yippee. Hi, Care Bear. Hello, hello. How was stream? How was Spooky Game? I saw that you